Station all you beautiful people out there today. Welcome to Let's Talk About It.
What up? What up? Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope everyone is having a great weekend or had a great weekend. I sure did. I was working all weekend, but I still had a great weekend because now I'm here with you guys doing yet another show. And usually I ramble on, but I'm going to bring my boy up in here. You guys know him. You guys love him. TM Nerdy, welcome back. How you doing, my friend?
Station, I was muted, so I had to unmute
Station.
myself.
Yeah, man. Yeah, how you doing, man? I heard you told me you had some kind of a scare happen and all that. I want to hear the story.
Oh man, last night I was taking out my garbage, and like you guys know, I live on an island, so we have a lot of wildlife here. I was taking out my garbage, and I was getting so close to the garbage can, and it's between the garbage can has a little bit of space between a fence, and all of a sudden I hear this rustling, and then backing out, I see a raised tail, black and white tail, just rustling out, and I just froze. And the skunk luckily turned and just faced me. So I'm eye to eye with this skunk, and I'm just like, oh my God, what do I do? And like, I just dropped the garbage bag and slowly walked away as I'm still like eye to eye with this guy. And I'm just like, please don't turn around. Please don't turn around. So
That is a scary story. You don't want to get zapped by one of those things. You don't want to stink for days and stuff like that. That's nightmarish right there.
yeah.
Oh wow. I mean, I here in New York, I've never seen one out here, so I don't think I've ever come across one. I hope I never do. Thank God. But I heard stories. I heard people got zapped in the car, and the car stunk for weeks, and no, you don't want Pepe Le Pew, to get you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So how's your day besides the big scare?
Oh, I want to just announce that JT is not an AI. For anybody that thinks that he's an AI, he's not an AI. I know personally he's not. I got the first time to actually sit down and talk with JT, so expect him to make an appearance on Chatting with the Comic Community in the future.
Oh, nice. You're getting everybody. I feel like, you're just knocking them off little by little. You know what I mean? Or getting everybody in the community, huh? I see you.
Well, these are people that have been in the chats. They've been supporting this community, so I want to highlight those people.
Until one day you get Jim Valentino on your Chatting with the Community, huh?
No, that's next month. No.
Oh, that's next month? Oh, no problem. I got him. Yeah, man. So, what are we doing today? I forgot. I don't even remember. We're doing something today.
I think we're talking about this character. I'm not sure, but I think this character is showing up in this next issue.
Oh, Lordy. Nice.
So
Yeah. So usually we talk about the plugs and all that. What's coming up? We can do that later, cause now it's time to go to the chats. Why not? You know, it's booming right now. So of course, first up, Jennifer Station coming to break your
Station
heart.
Jennifer.
They had her and Mars had a show this morning.
Nope.
I work. Did they? They didn't.
No, Mars was sick, so it was just Jennifer today. So sending out a lot of positive vibes your way, Mars, if you're watching.
Yes, feel better. Feel better. Yeah, that's that. Oh yeah, feel better. Hope to see her next week. The dynamic duo that they are. You know what I mean? I was unfortunately knocked out right before then. I couldn't make the show. Working overnight is not easy. It's a graveyard shift. Um, but I'm hoping to catch that on the rewind. She does great shows, so I can't wait to see that. And there's some guy named TM Nerdy keeps showing up on here. You know what I'm saying?
Station TM Nerdy.
So the AI. Oh wait. It's a real person. John
He is.
Thomas.
I have confirmed he is a real person.
Real person it is. You know what I'm saying? That thing decides it wants to jump on me, not give me a break. Brother Joe, what is going on, Brother Joe? Station, my man, I miss you. I know it's been a while. You know what I mean? Eric, the Stash Durans. I heard he was going on someone's show. Whose show was he going on? I heard he was going on
I
someone's
don't know.
show.
Nobody important though.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. Oh man, who else is up in here? Who else is up in here? We got Brother Joe. Oh, Billy Power Max, my man. Most peaceful station for
Those
you.
deadlifts, man. Doing those deadlifts.
Bruce Fargate. What's going on, bro? Couple of weeks left now. I gotta get cracking on that book. Oh man, Maria Station. Always appreciate you.
Yeah, the woman who
else?
does my thumbnails and does an amazing job at them. Station.
Station. Sam Fett. Station, my man. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. Yes, most peaceful station to Billy. Yes, most peaceful station it is. I pissed. I can't even say it. Help me out here. I pissed you. I always say your name wrong and I apologize.
I'll just say Sinnin. Sinnin. Station Sinnin.
Station Sinnin. Oh man, I can't do it. I'm still trying to wake up here. Forgive me, everyone. Forgive me. I'm a little.
You haven't had your Tim Hortons coffee.
It's a lonely show this morning. So good. Hope she'll be back. Aggressively relaxing station, man. How is everybody doing? Oh, Zoom.
Zuni.
Station, my man. I don't want to miss anybody. You know what I mean?
I think I'm looking, and I think you've gotten everybody.
Yes, gotten everybody. So let's get to this compendium. We got issues 26 to I think 31 to cover. Let's see how it goes. You know what I mean? We might cover them all. We might just cover 4 of them. I read them all, but I didn't take notes, so I'm gonna have to use the book a little bit, if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah, that's what I do to remember because the 26 and 27 I read 2 weeks ago, so I had never reread them because I was just going forward and trying to catch up on books that I'm backlogged on. But yeah.
So yeah, this issue you got the figure on it. You know what I mean? It starts off with a gentleman. You know what I mean? I mean, there's stuff in the first page. We don't have to go through all that. But starts with a gentleman.
Yeah, well, he's having troubles with because he's poor and he can't take care of his daughter. That the government ended up taking his daughter away, and he's trying to get her back. Like it's his daughter, and that like I know he's poor and stuff, but he cared for her. He's trying. It's not like he just can't make enough money. So yeah, I kind of felt that. Like that kind of touched me home a little bit.
Yeah, it's always sad stuff like that. But his environment is not really good neither. He doesn't keep it clean. There's roaches everywhere. It's just you could see why some of that happened. Where he got his daughter taken away. He lost his wife, the daughter's mom, and just he couldn't continue on doing it the right way. Not having a job and stuff. So he goes to the judge, and the judge is like, the condition's not good for your kid, and it's sad because that's how you could lose a kid when something like that happens, and that's real, man. I know we got people in the chat who has kids, so they probably can feel what this man's going through, and it's sad. So judge takes the kid away. The guy pretty upset. He begs, you can't take my kid away, but that's what happened. And then
And we cut to Spawn in the alleyway, and he's greeted by that. What was his name again? He was like some kind of
Malbolgia.
no, no. Station, come on, mama.
Station.
It was I don't know, that random guy that's in the middle of the war between God, the angels, and hell. Do you remember his name?
Malbolgia. That guy.
No.
His name is stuck in my head.
Are you just trying to say his name? Hey guys. Malbolgia.
I'm all thrown off here. What was his name?
Yeah, I'm just looking at it now. I don't think so. He's like a wizard. Kept calling him a wizard. And he's just that older gentleman that kept meeting Spawn and saying like you need to help them and stuff. And like he's telling him all about the Armageddon that's between hell and the angels right now.
Yeah, because he Spawn does say, are you from heaven? And he's like, oh, you God or whatever. He's like, not really, not really. I'm just like an agent of him or something. You know what I mean? He's telling you all that, and that name we can't say.
Yeah, because it does go. It does go to Malbolgia in the next page, and that picture just like whenever you say Malbolgia and look at this picture, you just want to laugh.
Yeah, let me right there. Boom.
Malbolgia.
That guy comes again, and then like there's more conversations with our guy Al Simmons, Spawn.
Yeah, but then that guy that we felt so bad about at the start, that got his child taken away, is actually brought to the alleyways to talk to Spawn and asking for Spawn's help.
Yeah, that's he asks for his help, and he's like, I lost my daughter and all that, and then Spawn reacts to, I don't know what to do to you. I'm not a charity case,
Yeah,
that's not my problem.
As you remember from last week, I was saying Spawn he's starting to not care. It's just he's just not caring about anything anymore. So he pretty much tells the guys just like, you guys become pampered. You want me to clean up all of your messes. You want me to do this and that. You guys have become lazy. Figure it out on your own. I'm not your maid and that, like, cleaning up all your messes. Find somebody else. In a way, like he just loses all hope in humanity at that moment.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he gives that up, and he says no. Like you said, little by little, he's carrying less. I think, like I've been saying, I think the more energy he uses out of that timeline that I always talk about, those green numbers, the more he uses his powers, I think the less, like the more of his soul gets drifted away, gets turned,
Which makes total sense, because the more energy he uses, the more he gets pulled down and becomes a permanent servant in hell.
Scary thought. And then of course, like in the middle of Spawn and this wizard guy, or I forgot his name. I don't remember if they ever had his name, but I'm gonna search for it one day, next time. But for next time, supposedly in the middle of the talk, he just vanishes into like uh what he thinks is heaven, but it's not really. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it is in a way heaven, because heaven is made up of different parts of, like, the way that she explains it is just like, this is heaven but not really. Heaven is a construct of many different places in time. So
Yeah. Yes, and of course, this lady, we've seen her before. She was in the office a long time ago with Angela. You know what I mean? So her name pops up yet again. He's like,
but not
saying
only
that.
that, I'm gonna just say this because um we do find out her name but not in this compendium, and something happens either way, so I'm just going to say her name now so there's no confusion for anything. Her name's Michael.
Okay, her name's Michael. Okay,
Yes.
wow. Okay, Michael, this Michael girl. She shows, um, she shows a little bit of that, and then she shows a picture of Angela, and then of course she starts talking about her and stuff, and that's pretty much the gist of that meeting. He was just wondering, like, why you doing all this and stuff like that. And then she like, it looked like she's trying to make a deal with him or something like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
she's trying to like say like there's a war happening and you're in the middle of it whether you like it or not.
yes,
It's your turn to choose something. Like, you have a bigger role than you think in this.
yeah. And then he has to like, so he's conflicted. Now he has to choose between hell, heaven or hell, or something like that. And then you would think it's straight up heaven right away, but it's not like that with him. He's conflicted in the middle because, again, like we were saying, part of his soul is drifting away. So like, you have the two heads, the bad and the good. So you know, he's got a lot to think about. And then like, I don't know, there's anything in this meeting you took from this meeting before we get to the next part? Or I mean, that's pretty much the gist of this meeting.
Yeah, that's the gist of it. And then he gets ported back to where he was in the alleyway with that guy.
With that wizard looking guy. You know what I mean? And here you get a mention of the Angela miniseries. You know? And that Angela miniseries is very interesting. Will show up more often as we get to the show. But we just wanted to tell everybody that. And yes, after the whole conversation, we got the Malbosia going in there, talking more crap and all
Yeah,
that.
about how his powers work and how this is happening to him, and just kind of giving us a rundown. Because how I read this, I think of it just as a voice in the background. If you guys have ever watched the Spawn TV show, it's you always hear that voice in the background of Malbosia, or you see the clown showing up and just faces showing up, and that, and then there's a narrator. So like
Yeah.
I always hear that in the background is how this is going on.
And of course, you have that Spawn sign with the green numbers, and it's up to 7174 now. So it's still a little high, but it's starting to dwindle down little by little. And he's back at the alleyway, and then they're talking, and then like they start talking about what's been happening in the issue. I guess this is like a little rundown, a little things that happen in the issue, and of course you see the clown, picture of the clown
Yeah,
in
but
there.
that the clown part is like him remembering that moment in time, because as you see, it's just like, look back at this, and this is what it was happening at that time. So
Issue
it's
number
just him
3.
torturing him again. So uh, I'm starting to believe, like, even though the clown hasn't been seen in quite a while, he's still in Spawn's head, and he's still screwing with Spawn, like, uh, mentally, telepathy in a way. So
Definitely, definitely. And then like one of the guys uh starts talking to him, and then like I don't know, Spawn is looking at a newspaper or something, and then he sees that the man commit suicide over custody ruling, and it's the guy who's trying to get his daughter back. He committed suicide. He took his life because of that whole situation. So that takes Al Simmons Spawn. That kind of hits him in the heart. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because he didn't want to keep doing stuff because people ended up dying, and now he's finally realizing he did nothing and people still died, and it wasn't something he could have helped, and that. And yeah, so either way, people are dying, and that so he can either step up and be the hero, or just watch everybody loves and cares about die as well, because it's just going to go all to crap. If he doesn't do anything, his wife and her daughter and his best friend are all going to die as well.
Yeah, it's just consequences for him ignoring people's help. You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
know if
So,
I'm reading too much into that kind of thing, but like that's how my mind works.
no, I agree. I agree with that. And then of course you have that Bozia guy again laughing like he's loving the whole thing because little by little he's taking that soul. He's like, whoa, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
hi mom. So yeah, the next page of, and then that's it. The next page, it shows like him thinking and all that. You know, it's the first time since he's returned, he feels dead. So the first time, this whole thing, the weight has more weight has gone into his shoulders. Now he feels like, you know, useless, and the guilt is there, man. The guilt is real. And that was the end of that issue. So I thought that was a pretty nice issue. What are you
What's the
showing
next
us?
issue? What's the next issue called?
The next issue is called Curse. The Curse.
That's the
The
curse.
Curse.
But this is kind of spoilers even for us.
Spoiler. You spoiled it for us, bro. But and the next one they showed a room in Massachusetts. Issue number 27 we're covering now. A room in Massachusetts. You see a guy in some sort of a church. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
It's different. So the whole issue, it starts off with um it's kind of you're walking through the eyes of this guy. We still don't know who he is. He's walking through. We see him picking up a gun, driving, getting in an airplane, and that, and like uh this is why I've been cursed. So we kind of get an idea of who this guy may be. And then it just keeps going and going through until finally it cuts to Spawn and somebody shot dead.
yeah, before we get to that, of course, while he's traveling in New York, he runs into the cab. Uh, he runs into a bum. He runs into a prostitute. So he's running through all the bad parts of New York. You know what I mean? As he walks through, you know what I mean? And then that's where you say he ends up with and Spawn and shot in the head. And then we find out he's got another power. Right? This is where we find out we have another power. Everything happens and all that, and then
Yeah,
boom.
because this happened in Youngbloods. Because if you see at the bottom of the page, it says Youngbloods. So yet again, we don't know what really happened to this guy and how. We just know he got shot and got killed. Because it says in Youngbloods number 6, I do believe.
It says 8 through 10.
Oh, 8 through
Storyline.
10. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
yeah, so they're mourning, and the bums are pretty much telling him, like, you need to help him. You could do something. Like, come on.
And then like boom, you want to show that?
You want to show it?
Nah, you can show it, bro.
Spawn uses a new power.
He's got a new power. He can heal people.
But as you can see at the bottom of the page, the
He's
number
using
went
his
down.
powers. Yep. He's number 70112 now. So now he's starting to use that power more. the more he uses it. And then he just realized he could bring people to life. So whatever happened to this guy helped him out. He just brought him back to life, his buddy. You know.
Yep. And
So
now we cut over
to Wanda Blake, and she's talking to what's his name? I call him Fitz. Terry.
oh yeah, Terry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, and then like she's trying to find out what what happened in the issues before and all that. He's like, I'm looking onto it because he's investigating everything from what's his name? Jason Wynn. You know what I mean? And she's like not satisfied. Like now she wants to help out. And as we see in the future pages, we'll see why. But that's pretty much what that page is about. And then out of nowhere, the next page, action.
We get,
boom.
and not only is it action, we get Spawn just gets blown right through the chest, like right through the back, and right like you just see it like it's beautiful. And of course, we got the curse right there, the figure I just showed.
The curse.
So I definitely had to bring him along for the ride. Except in these issues, he doesn't have his chainsaw.
Chainsaw. So yeah, he's up there. He's like, boom, I got you. You know what I mean? Spawn's in the floor. And,
So the curse is it's sent by the light. They don't like to call it God or heaven. They call it the light. So he's sent by the light, created by the light, to snuff out any hell spawn, any irregularly, you know the word. But yeah, so he's one of heaven's soldiers. And his main focus is to kill Spawn. So he doesn't care. That's what he's doing.
yeah, he's that's what he's doing. And then like he blasts him, and like any other person, any victim, I'm not victim, he's the victim, but anybody who tries to kill him, zaps him, thinks they got him, he's done, and he just walks away.
Yeah,
You know,
but this guy does actually do some damage to him.
oh yeah, definitely, but he still walked away. He left him alive. He doesn't know that.
But I love
Like
how the bums. Okay, Spawn is like how many pounds? Like 4,000 pounds of plasma. That's how much he weighs. So
I
they're
think they
trying
say
to
like
move.
500. I think he says. I don't think they say 4,000, but
Oh, maybe
like,
I'm over exaggerating. I probably
yeah, a
am.
little bit, a little bit. I remember reading. They explain 500.
Oh yeah,
issue
500. You're right.
400,
You
whatever.
are right. Yeah. So they're trying to move him. They're grabbing his cape and trying to move him, but they can't budge him at all. So
Yeah, they're not even gonna succeed on that. And then of course we get back to Wanda, and now they're having the discussion about the Jason Wynn guy and all that, and you know, they're just trying to he's trying to find information to get to this guy. You know what I mean? And they probably should not be messing around anymore. They probably should have left it alone, but they feel like Terry feels like he has to get them before they get his family. Like he don't think this thing is over. So, and neither does Wanda. And the Wanda keeps questioning on him, you know. And now that like she knows what's going on, they go back and forth about it. And then like they find out, you know. Then Terry and both of them are like wondering about the Spawn character. You know, the Spawn guy keeps helping me. Terry says, and then they wonder why. Like, if it wasn't for him, he'd be dead, and she'd be dead probably, you know. But they still don't know exactly who he is, even though in one of the issues where he was like groggy, he kind of say, you know, Al, you know what I mean? But it looked like he don't remember that at all. Or is he? You think he remembers? He's just saying he doesn't, but or to her, or Oh, you
I
think
think
he
so.
really
I
don't
think he
remember?
just wants her to drop it.
You
I
don't
think
think?
that's the case. Like he just wants, like he doesn't, I know he said like he's gonna let her be involved now, but there's some things like he's scared. He's scared of that creature, like whatever he is, and he's
Whatever he
wondering
is.
why he knows who he is, why he knew this, why he saved him. Like that's the scarier part, and he knows that he's been pulling the strings. That's why everything has got dropped from like the CIA being target, Jason Wynn being a target, the Mafia being a target, on like putting a target on his back. Like he knows like this guy must mean business, so that's what scares him the most.
Oh yeah. So of course, we got a little sip. Of course, we're back in the alley and the police comes, and then he's searching around, looking around, and he's like, what are you guys doing here? Stuff like that. Do what police do, and then they're like, what's wrong with your pal over there? And they don't want him to check on him, because he has a hole in his chest again or something like that. He's completely knocked out. They can't move him. So he just said, "Oh, he's just drunk or something like that," and draws the cop away. And then some guy comes out of nowhere. He's like, "Hear me, my brothers."
Yeah,
uh,
and it was really weird. I don't know if this has this guy ever been in there, because I know they show his face and it's just a scar going down his eye.
I don't I don't recognize this guy at all. So unless he's part of another comic book and then he crossed over,
No,
I don't know who this
they
guy is.
usually tell us that. So
Oh yeah, so he's probably a new character. You know what I mean? And he comes in. And he's like, "Greetings," and he starts saying about evil and all that, and about faith, the fear of God, and all that. Hear my tales, friends, and then he starts talking about a whole tale. You know what I mean? And then like apparently he cut his arm. You know what I mean? He cut his arm off and all that for God or for whatever he believes. If I got that right. And then as he keeps going, keeps talking. It looked like he got shot in the leg, and the guy that shot him in the leg is our guy Spawn. And he looking like his chest is starting to heal, but it's all green glop looking kind of thing. It's disgusting. And he tells him to shut up. And then the guy says it's blasphemy. You know what I mean? He's like, "Word," you know what I mean? And like, it's looking like it's ready to rumble because all of a sudden he's like, "It's morphin' time," and then he morphs into freaking the curse with a with a broken arm. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I'll probably show it. But, right there, boom. He goes, he morphs into that guy, and then boom, they start fighting, and what's his name? Spawn decides, they start boom boom fighting a little bit, and the guy knocks out Spawn just a little bit. And then Spawn comes back and gets him from the back, and there's just a whole battle thing. You know what I mean? All you hear is like a little sound effect, like kick, spank, swap. So you think about the Batman series, like pow, boom, beep. You know what I mean? Like he does in the show, in the Batman show, in '66 show.
yeah, and like the curse, he has followers, because like they even tell Spawn like back off, don't touch him, and like they're actually helping him.
Yeah, yeah, and that was weird. That was kind of weird. It's almost like they turn on Spawn little by little. You
But
know what I mean?
this is just a crew of them. There is a crew that don't like him in the alleys, and then there's a crew that like him. He has his closer friends in the alleys. Like I think there's like 3 or 4 of them that are his only friends in the alleyways.
Yeah, and the
But
rest of it was like, this is not your alleyway. You're not the boss of us, kind of thing.
yeah,
So,
Bobby does not like Spawn in the alleys. The character Bobby in the book.
I was like, Baba de la Ghetto? He likes Spawn. Come on. But, yeah, so that battle. he knocks him down. They say back away and all that, and they save him a little bit. Then of course we go back to Wanda. You know what I mean?
WandaVision. Oh wait, that's
Wanda.
something different. Never mind.
That's yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's more conversation about everything that's happening, and then Terry takes the baby away, and then she looks at a file from the CIA. You know what I mean? And she starts to ponder, and whenever that happens, danger lures near. Now she's starting to think, maybe I should do something about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like she was kind of pondering, like, there's not much I can do. Like, he's stressing out about this. I'm trying to help him. We can't figure this from that. Well, maybe I can figure out who the Spawn guy is. Maybe that's the one thing I can try to figure out.
Maybe I could do it. So yeah, we end there. Back to the alley. Back to Spawn and the curse. And I don't know, like it's like at the bottom of the page it says the end. I was like, this whole thing is over. You know what I mean? I'm confused.
No, it's he just kind of beats the crap out of the curse, and then his chains like take care of the rest of the goons.
Pretty much, that's what you see. Everybody like surfing around, looking around all over the place, upside down and all that, and then he's just like, I'm taking over, man. This is my alley, and you see it in this issue. So yeah, this issue so far, these two issues, I enjoyed them. There was not that the first one had a little more words than the second one, but I've enjoyed these two issues. So I know we haven't really given a rating, but we usually don't. We did it for Bob last week. If he wants a rating, we'll give him if he comes on. But
all right,
yeah,
we're on to the next issue, and I think
it's
we're gonna
28.
do the yeah.
We got two.
I think we're gonna do this one and the next one, and then I think we'll have the Badbatch on. That'll hit about an hour, wouldn't it? Just do four.
Yeah, we can
Is
do
that
four.
Yeah.
No, we got two, and then yeah, the next two. Yeah, we can do four if you want. I mean, we read the six, but the last two issues I kind of rushed through them, so I probably want to read them again anyway, and get a better synopsis.
All right.
You know?
Well, this next issue, it starts with him pondering. He's like, "This has happened. That has happened. Like, I'm making a stand now. People will know that Spawn owns this alleyway." But I feel like he's said that before, and nobody got the hint. Like when he put this alley belongs to Spawn in that plasma green glowing stuff. So, but this is pretty much a good one. I love this splash page.
Yeah, it looks very beautiful. I love this art, man. Freaking Todd, Greg Capullo, or whoever drew this. You know what I mean? I think Greg Capullo took over, but it was freaking amazing, man.
It was phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. So he pretty much plastered him up on the wall, like, this is my house. See, this is what happens to you, kind of situation there. So that's what you see there. And I guess the guy's like, wait till I get out. I'll kill you. And he's like, no position to really say that. He's kind of like pinned up. There's nothing he can do. But he's there like still, yes, this is me. You know what I mean?
Well, that's his main objective. Is like he's sent by the light, and that's all he has on the mind. Is he has to destroy him. I'll kill you. You don't know who I'm working for. Blah blah blah. I'm the master of everything. Type deal.
So the next page, that's exactly what that guy. But I didn't mean to cut you off. But
it's all good.
The next page, you see Wanda driving through the city, driving through the Tri-Bar Bridge. You know what I mean? I recognize that bridge a lot. Drove through it a few times in my life. My wife used to live in Long Island City over there in Astoria, so that bridge is very familiar to me. No, it connects to from Manhattan to the Bronx to Queens. So it has like a three. You could either go to either or when you get on that bridge of those three boroughs. But a little nugget for people who have been in New York. 5 boroughs here. You could get the three of them with that bridge. But so she's driving now. She's on a mission. She's like doom 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 doo doo. And in the middle of this, she starts thinking of what happened to Terry and all that. She's got to figure this out. She's got to find out. She's got to find this Spawn guy. You know what I mean? So she's out looking for him now. I'm like, what?
Yeah. But then we go back to the alleyways, and Spawn still has that hole in his chest, which is crazy. And he's just kind of tormenting the curse while he's chained up to the wall.
Yeah, he just keeps tormenting like, I'm king here. This is my home. How dare you come here and try to turn my people against me?
Yeah. Then it goes back to Wanda walking through the alleyways as she's thinking in her head, like, or the narration in the back, like she's in an area where she doesn't belong. She's sifting through here like she's up to something, and like the narration in the back. And it flips back over to
Dun dun dun.
Cinema Twitch.
Detective Burks and Twitch. Burks is like that. He all happy, he's like, yeah, I got something in on my chief. So, we all good. Twitch is like, yeah, you all happy now, you know what I mean? A little too happy. Tells you flashback, he's got all this info on him on the file, so he's feeling good about himself,
Yeah. And then we go to the next page, and it's jumping around quite a bit. We are now with Terry and his daughter, and he's calling up a place that his wife's supposed to be at. Like, hey, I was wondering if she's there. She said she was coming over to do that. It's like, oh no, we've never talked, and that got him like scared now. Like, where is she gone? What is she doing?
Yeah, he's concerned. Like, little does he know, he's in the friggin' alley. She's in the alley.
Yeah, because then it cuts to her, and she's asking people about Spawn. They keep telling her, no, they don't know him, they don't know him, blah, blah, blah. She gets to the fourth person, and he's willing to tell her for some cash.
Some moolah. You know what I mean? Give him some moolah. Like, all right, I'll tell you. And of course, he lures her close to the alley where he will hang out. And then she runs into no one else but the man that's tied up, the curse. And then he's like, please save me. You know what I mean? I don't know why he had to sound like a witch, but
no, and she's like, no, stay away from me.
No. And she runs, but then of course, every movie or everything, she trips over something and falls flat on her face, and
stupid
there's
victim syndrome.
She runs into a bunch of hooligans in the alleyway. Like, it seems like it always happens. They're always there.
Well, you don't know how far she ran. She could have ran for a while, but then she's gonna get RAPE in the alleyway.
Yeah, you see the cat going meow. These are some scary alleyways, man. I know the alleyways in New York, there's some bad ones, but I think they kind of over exaggerated in these a little bit. But I
don't know. This was the 90s. How was New York in the 90s?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it wasn't very good. It was. It was very dangerous in the late 80s, early 90s. Definitely.
All right, this takes place at that time, so I guess they're not over exaggerating.
I guess not. But it looks really bad. But I guess not. But
so then you get a broken piece of board just fly out of nowhere, and just tag one of those guys, and then another brick comes flying and kills the other guy.
Not just a brick, a center block. You know what
center
I mean?
block, yeah.
Yeah. Like, wow, that guy's dead. I mean, there's no way you survive that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And all you hear is snap, crackle, and
Crack.
pop.
Kellogg's Rice Krispies.
Yeah, yeah. You see that, and then of course our heroes in the shadow. You know, he's like, back away from that woman now. You know what I mean?
No, it's back away from that woman now.
Oh, he's Batman now?
I don't know.
Maybe he's Batman now. And then the guy's like, "Ah," you know what I mean? And like he picks the guy up. How dare you threaten me? Because the guy starts going, yeah, I'm not scared of you. Ah. And then he's like, that's when he picks him up, throws him against the wall. And the guy, he throws one of them towards the curse. Well, very disrespectful. Like, you got the guy tied up there and then you're going to throw him against it.
Oh, come
You
on.
know,
The curse was trying to kill Spawn.
That's true. That's true.
Who gives a crap about that guy?
Who cares, right? I'll disrespect you all I want. The guy tries to grab a gun and then he steps on his hand and then he grabs the gun and throws it on the guy's head. And he's like, dang, you're dead. Even though he didn't shoot him. And yeah, the guy walks away all scared. And then that's when Wanda sees him. And she's seen him do all of this. All the, you know, the snack, crackle, and pop, or everything. She saw the whole thing. So he turns around. She's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for any of this to happen. You know what I mean? And he's like, Wanda? How did you know Terry and I? Who are you? Someone who cares. That's what he says. Maybe it's better I do it this way, right? I can actually read it.
Somebody who cares.
Somebody who cares.
But yeah,
I'm going off the rails now. But yeah, so
she's scared shitless of him though.
Yeah, that whole thing made even more scared. She's already like one of the answers was scared. The whole thing scared the crap out of her even more. She's not realizing all these guys would have killed her anyway. He's just doing it that way, but that's just a very brutal way of doing it. You know what I mean?
And not only that, like he turns there and says, Wanda. It's like, how do you know me and Terry?
How do you know my name? Why you say that name? You know what I mean?
Why did you say that name? I can't.
Why you say that name?
I could be her. Why did you say that name? I don't know why she went like that, accent-wise. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. He's just sitting there with like a picture of them. That's it. I don't know how he got the picture of them, but
no. She gives it to him because she tells him, "I don't know why are you helping us?" But she does tell him, "I'm afraid of you, but I do appreciate that you helped us. We'd be dead without you." And then, but she says, "I'm too afraid. I won't ever do this again. I'll never be here again. You don't have to worry about me no more." But she gives him a picture of the family. You know what I mean? With the baby and Terry. Gives it to him. Then she runs away. He looks at the picture and then he sits down with the curse there going. And and that's it. And then on the bottom you see the power is down to 70112. You know, that little meter. And he just sits there pondering while he looks at the picture. So yeah, pretty interesting issue this one was. Like it got deep this one too. You know what I mean? All these issues have been really good. They're top issues lately. Great reads, right?
Yeah. Until we get to the next one, and then we find out this takes place after something we haven't read.
the miniseries, Angela miniseries, issue 3 takes place. And
so we're already lost jumping into this. We see Spawn in the middle of nowhere. His cape is just mangled and is acting all weird. It's still like moving and stuff, but it's like it looks like blood all around him, like floating in the air. That's what the cape looks like, but it's still alive, but it's acting weird.
that it's just like, ugh. And he's like, yeah, he's like done almost. And then little boy comes out of nowhere, I'm like, Mister, you need help? You know what I mean, kind of thing. And then he's like, I'll help you. I'll bring you with me. And then like, at first he's trying to pick him up, and all of a sudden he picks him up. I was like, what
That blew
the
my mind too.
hell?
I was just like, who is this kid? And then it gets to the next panel, and it shows that the chains, Spawn's chains, have been lifting him up.
Kind of helped him, but this kid probably felt like he was, yeah, I'm strong. You know what I mean?
So the kid puts him in the wagon, and as like he's pulling him, he's pulling hard, and then you just see the chain just working his wheels in the back and just kind of grinding through the dirt and the gravel and all that, and you just see a big trail of chain marks. And as we're going, Spawn, half unconscious, looks up and sees the little boy's back end, like it's like where his back is, kind of upper bum, it's all welted, like somebody was beating the crap out of this kid.
Yeah, it's sad to see. Like you kind of know where this is going a little bit when you see that. You see slashes and stuff. Ooh, this kid's been through some stuff already.
So guys, I just want to say that this was kind of a brutal issue. So if you have any issues with child abuse, anything like that, it's probably best you skip this issue.
Yeah, it's one of those. Whew, pretty deep. And then before we get back to that, of course, Wanda and Terry again, and she kind of tells him what happens, and he's like, "What are you doing, Wanda? You know you can't go in the alley. What's wrong with you?" She's like, "I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find
Did you turn into Arnold Schwarzenegger or what? What are you doing, Wanda?
What are you doing, huh? Get to the chopper. Wait, there's no
Get
chopper
to the
here.
chopper.
Yeah, so they start having the whole conversation, and she starts saying, "Yeah, but I just want to help," and he's like, "Why, Spawn? All that's dangerous and all that." And then while all that's happening, you see their little girl just, "Mama!" So she escaped from her crib, so she learned how to climb her crib and all that, and she ends up in the bedroom. It pretty much ends that conversation. He lifts her up, and then in the next panel, it shows the little boy that helped Spawn. His dad helped him up, but not in the same way, not with love, with a lot of anger. You see one part, you're beautiful, and the other part is like, I hate you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
and not only is he's like screaming at his child, he's a cop. So not only is he beating his child, he's a cop that beats his child. So who are you gonna run to? Who are you gonna ask for help? That's the police officer. Those are the people you're supposed to be asking for help, and yet he's turning around and beating his child.
yeah, he's and then the older brother's there, and he's like upset. The dad is like upset that the food is cold or something like that. The whole kitchen's all a mess and stuff like that. And then of course the brother tries to help. All he does is swat him away. You know what I mean? And poor little kid, he gets the worst of it. You know what I mean? Out of the two of them. And the big brother feels useless. You know what I mean? He feels, not good because his little brother is always getting beat up. He's trying to help him, but he ignores him. Like, he doesn't beat him up too much. You know what I mean? And it's very sad, this part.
Yeah. So the old man goes to sleep. He passes out drunk. So the little boy brings his older brother into the garage and says, "Come here, I want to show you something." And then there's Spawn crouched up in the corner in that. So he's just still, cape is just kind of mangled still, kind of looks like it's actual liquid blood just kind of floating around him, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. He's still whatever happened to him in that Angela series really got a hold of him. Really,
and I really wish
him bad.
I really want to read that now.
Yeah. I want to go back and find that now. In that series, if it's even possible.
I wish they kind of would have added it to this.
I I wouldn't want that because then you won't get the whole 550 issues. But what I do love if they have some kind of like what do you call those? Forgot what you call it. It's like a companion. There you go, a Spawn companion to this first 50 issues. That they throw all these issues that are involved in here into that companion. You know what I mean? Into the and I would love that. That I would love. I would get that definitely. I don't even think they think it would sell, but that would be beautiful if they did that. Young Bloods and Dark Hawk, whatever. Not Dark Hawk,
You
Shadowhawk.
no. Watch your
But
mouth, young man.
but yeah. So they have the conversation with Spawn and all that, and it shows again Angela miniseries issue 3. So more references to that, and I think we'll
Yeah.
get that in the next couple of issues too. After this, we'll probably
Yeah,
cover
we'll
that
get to
next
that
week.
next week.
But
But yeah, no, and then Spawn does notice that he's getting beat.
oh yeah, he's looking around, looking at them, and they have this whole thing where, oh yeah, I play football. You know what I mean? I get all these bruises playing football. I'm like, I played a lot of football. I got my bruises, but I didn't have that much stuff happen to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Then it
Then of
goes
course,
back to Sam and Burke, and they're talking
well,
and just
before
doing
you go
whatever.
there, it shows the dad calling them back from where they're at, and then they don't want him to see him, and then they run away quick.
Yeah.
To the dad, and he's like, it's 10 o'clock. What are you guys doing? You're supposed to be in bed. And then boom. Now we get back to
Yeah, Sam and Burke, he's still looking over the Kincaid incident.
you
Like,
mean
why was
Burke
Kincaid
and
doing
Twitch?
that? Yeah,
You mean Burke and Twitch?
Sam. His name is Sam.
You said Sam and Burke. I'm like,
Sam and Twitch. I never say Burke.
that's what you said though.
I said Kincaid.
Okay. Rewind the clock. Rewind this when you get a chance. You'll see. You said Sam and Burke. Am I right, chat? Am I right?
No.
Anyway, they're
They
back
said
to
Mark.
the
They said
12th
I said
precinct.
Mark.
They're back into the 12th precinct, and then, like you said, they're looking at the picture of Kincaid. You know what I mean? And it's looking like the case is still gets to him a little bit, as happy as he is. You know what I mean? And all that. To
Well,
be going
yeah.
back to him.
Well, they're finding out that the chief had ordered Kincaid to do these attacks.
Yeah, they
So
figured that out.
that's why he's sitting on top of this gold. That the sick frig man. Like, why would he order Kincaid, this child killer, to come and do these hits? Like, yeah, this guy's going down. So he's kind of happy about that in a way because he's just smiling at the chief that he's going to bring down.
Yeah, and then he walks away from this office, and then the chief is yelling at him. You know what I mean? Hey. And then he don't even care. He's like, all right, whatever. He's like, I'll suspend you. He's like, I'm going to leave. You know what I mean? He's just like cloud nine right now. He's like, I got something on you. I'm going to get you. You know what I mean? So that's the gist of that little scene right there.
And it goes to the next page, and it's the dad drinking a beer, and he tells the youngest kid to go get him another beer. As he's telling him, he says,
Wait. You're missing a big part. You're missing the part where the dad goes in the morning because he tells this kid, make sure you're ready because they're going to church.
Yeah.
So it's almost like this guy thinks going to church will erase all the sins, all the bad he did by doing this.
And then that's when they're talking about they got the injuries from football and that at the church.
Yeah, he tells everybody over there. He's like, these kids, you know what I mean? And he's a cop. I think one person talked about, oh, thank you for not giving me that ticket or something, helping me with it, or something like that. So you already know he's not only is he a douchebag, but he's a little bit crooked, you know what I mean, to try to get his ways, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then of course, he goes like you said, get me a beer. He drops the beer and he goes haywire again, you know what I mean? And he's ready. He grabs him through the neck. He's ready.
Not only like he freaking takes it way too far and holds a gun, his
Yeah,
gun to his son's head just for
yeah.
dropping a beer.
And it's like the brother comes to try to help him this time, and then he just like kicks him his own other son, the older kid, in the nabs. You know what I mean? And then he just walks away like laughing and shit. You know what I mean? I was like,
Well, not
wow, that's
only
some
that,
evil
but
shit.
he actually pulls the trigger.
Yeah, yeah, but like nothing comes out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
I
didn't
know,
have
but
any
could you
bullets.
imagine you're drunk and that maybe you've lost one in the barrel or something else comes through his head? Like you just risked your kid's life. You could have just killed your son.
Yeah, yeah, but he's drunk. He doesn't realize what he did, and he thought it was a joke. You know what I mean? So he inflicted fear not only both his kids, because the one kid think he's gonna die, and the other brother is like can't do nothing about it. Thought his brother was gonna die right there, and you know what I'm saying? So okay, we lost TM Nerdy. So
I'm still here. What the hell are you doing?
I don't know, man. You in the middle of the
I could
thing.
still hear you. I just had to move for a second.
I don't know where you were going. So like we almost done with the issue. We just like boop.
Don't you
I
watch
think
Robbie? Sometimes people jump in and out. He
your
doesn't kick them
attention
off the
span is
show.
over. I know it's been over an hour. I know your attention span. We almost done though. We almost done. We almost done.
I just don't like this issue, and what I was doing was taking a puff of this.
Puff the magic dragon.
But since I can't shut off my screen to do that, I'll just do that because you just kick people off your stream.
Well, you could have just kept doing that. You don't have to show that. You don't have to get mad. You just popped up out of nowhere. I thought you had to go to the bathroom or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Just like boom and disappeared. Like we have other people in the panel or something. You know what I mean? Anyway, you want to finish this or you want to just keep talking about how you disappeared and stuff?
I don't know. I don't really like this issue.
I know it's pretty serious. Can we finish it?
Yeah, let's do it.
um, so they're crying in the kitchen. Of course, Spawn comes in here, and he's like, "What just happened here?" And he said, "Nothing. He didn't do anything." You know, the little brother, he just almost got choked to death, and he's still defending his dad. And they're like, "No!" And then you hear no, and then you see Wanda wake up from a nightmare. You know what I mean? And
She's
she
still
starts
thinking of Spawn.
and everything that happened in that night, because that's pretty brutal what they saw. You know, very brutal what they saw. Yeah. So yeah, then bad, and he's like trying to comfort her, come here, sweetie, and all that, and there's nothing about human about him. You know, so she's very worried who this Spawn guy is. It's now in her head even more. So they go back to Spawn and the kids, and you know, they're both crying, and he's like, "It's okay. I'm not leaving, but things will get better. I promise." So right here, he's trying to help these kids and all that. He feels a sympathy for them, and then in the next scene, you have him seeing their dad walk in the alley after getting out of a bar or something, and he brings him in. You know what I mean? And while he bringing them in, he starts telling them, "Yo, you need to be better with your kids and all that, and you better get this right." You know what I mean? Threatening him. You know what I'm saying? And while he's doing this, he starts thinking about what he did wrong. Like he hit Wanda before, and it made him feel really bad. You know what I mean? I guess in an argument or something. So
Yeah.
that brought back memories for him. So so that happens. He vanishes away, and then he gets out of the valley, all drunk and all that. So the kids come back to school, and he's sitting, I guess, in their room or his room, and he's like, he has things written all over him. It says, "I beat my kids. I beat my kids," and he slowly grabs the younger one yet again after that. So you would think what happened with what Spawn did was scare him and make him better, but it didn't. It didn't. In this moment, it didn't. This guy is just a really bad guy. He's not a good guy. He's not someone you can change. There's people that can. They get wake up calls and they do change because I've seen it. But this guy, no good. So he's ready to pounce on the little brother again. Then the big brother, he starts getting scared again, and then he goes after his dad's gun. And in the last scene, it shows him pointing the gun at his dad. The gun's like, and he's like, I mean it, I'll shoot you. And he's like, how many times have I told you that thing's not a toy? And he goes, I know. And now he sees a big picture going, blam. So the kid shot his dad, and that's how the issue ends. And yeah, that was deep.
Yeah. Now the kid's a murderer.
Yeah.
Now he's
So
going to hell. Now he's going to hell.
yeah. So like, yeah, you know, this is another thing. Like he tried to help them, and he did that to help them, but it kind of backfired on this case because maybe he misjudged this guy. You know, he thought maybe he could change it up for them. Maybe
Well,
because
and
he told them be a better father to them, and it didn't work this time.
yeah, and he can't really kill him because if he kills him, he's just giving Malbosia another person for his army because Billy Kincaid is part of the army now.
Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty deep, man. That one's a pretty deep story. I know you say you didn't like it. I thought it was a deep story. I still enjoyed the story.
Yeah,
You
I
know
just
what I mean?
didn't like repeating it, going through those emotions again.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. But we don't have to talk about that anymore because we're done for the week. You know, we're up to issue 30.
We're on to show and tell. But before we get into that, guys, Pop Culture Philosophers does have an exclusive cover going right now, and he only has a few left. So if you have not jumped on getting the Pop Culture Philosophers exclusive cover of Blood, what was it? Blood. Do you remember the name of it? Skulls, Blood, and Chrome.
There you go. Skulls, Blood, and Chrome.
#1, and it's done by Jonathan Lau, and it's phenomenal. I got mine. I bought mine. Herm's got his, and he will sign it if you guys would like it too. If Phable or any of the other mods could drop the link to his Instagram that shows the cover and where you can get it. If you would like to purchase one, hit up popculturephilosophers@gmail.com. And
there you go.
That's how you get it.
And of course, while we're doing show and tell, the Badbatch members want to start coming in so we can talk about X-Men and all that. We can do that. But yes, since you called it, you want it. Everybody wants it. Everybody want to see it. Show and tell, that beautiful sight. Wonderful sight. Show and tell. I just gotta show my little picture there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. You know, I had the X-Men background, and I didn't leave it in the Spawn background. Oh well. Oh well. So you want to go first?
Notice. Yeah, I want to show off what the Rogue Trader has sent me, guys. This is what he sent me. I just got this in an AOK. I do like my image, so Union #1 he sent me, which is pretty decent.
Nice.
Next up, I got Badrock and Company #1. Freak Force #1. Wildcats Covert Action Team #1. I do have this issue, but it's with her holding the Spawn, reading Spawn. But this one, she is reading none other than Shadowhawk. It's like, you know, like people know I like Shadowhawk for some odd reason. I wonder why. All right. Next up, I got Savage Dragon #1 and Savage Dragon #1. And I just dropped that. Yeah. Guys, these next ones are unbelievable. The next 6 I'm going to show you are exclusive covers. So from Hive Comics. So
Exclusive.
if you've never seen, go over to hive-comics.com. This is, so if you can see that, Cult of Dracula #1, limited
Nice.
number of 666.
That's crazy cover right there. Crazy.
And these are all a-okay to me. Like, this is craziness. All right, next up, Midnight Western Theater #1, Hive Comics exclusive, limited to 300.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, next up, Kaiju Score #1, another Gallagher Hive Comics exclusive, limited to 500.
Nice. Those are sick covers, bro.
Yeah. All right, next up, Silver Coin #1, Jarton exclusive, Hive Comics exclusive, limited to 500.
That's scary looking cover right there. Creepy.
Yeah, and it just got it. It's just going to it went from being a limited series and it's going to be an ongoing now. All right, next up, Proctor Valley Road #1 by Stan Yak, Hive Comics exclusive, limited to 500. That's sick. And this next one is probably one of my favorites. And it's another Gallagher one, which John Gallagher is probably one of my favorite artists right now because, like, I'm looking at all of these. I have 3 exclusives from him now, and they're just unreal. So this is You Promised Me Darkness #1. These are all virgins, by the way, guys. It's limited is to 50. There's only 50 of these.
And you have one of them.
And I have one of them. I bet none of you other Canadians can say that. I'm just kidding. Canada represent. Love you guys. But the Rogue Trader, like any pressing and cleaning services you need, hit up the Rogue Trader. And yeah, like he's a great guy. Like he chills with us, the Badbatch, all the time. We show up on his channel a lot. We're always supporting him, even on comic book open mic. Every Thursdays that he does is phenomenal. He drops the link. You can jump on. You can talk about anything, what's coming out. He loves to interact with the community. Plus, he is the sponsor over on Lamer Frame. So if you're ever on Lamer Frame, you win 5 free presses and cleans if you win Lamer Frame. Like Bobby, who just jumped in, Station Bobby.
Station Bobby. Yeah, I was going over some people who popped in real quick. So Maria loves your covers. Maria loves the covers. You got Off-World Common. Greetings, Big Herm and TM Nerdy. Sure that
Yeah, Off-World Adam is Canadian.
Canadian, eh?
Yeah, I seen him. I seen him in here. That's why I was just like, I'm just kidding. Canada represent, because I knew he was in here.
AKA Rock Light. Oh damn. Well, thanks for you telling me that. Dale, greetings, Station.
Dale Suspense Station.
I have all the Spawn crossovers. They're saying they love your cover. Bobby Station. John Thomas is still here. Fable's still here. Phable. John Strout's here. Sleepy Rita, what's going on, man? How you doing, Mr. Sleepy Rita? Mr. Damien? Got Spy Cakes 3000. Some new people up in here. So yeah. So how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, we
I'm
were
done.
hoping
I'm done with my show and tell. But
it's my
I'll
turn, right?
plug. I'll plug another show.
No, that's all right. It's my turn for show and tell. Could do all that in a second.
All right.
Uh Let me show and tell. How you doing, everybody? My turn for show and tell. Um Real quick, I wanted to show these pop figures real quick. Got me Rogue, the green light edition. You know what I mean? Beautiful, beautiful pop figures with Rogue. Love it, love it. Target exclusive. And of course, you can't have Rogue without having Gambit. You know what I mean? Why not? Nice Gambit. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, love these pop figures up in here. Um, yeah, I was excited yesterday because I got a hold of these exclusives. So I got like boom, second sight. You know what I'm saying? I finally got it in. Uh,
Nice.
the Bueller and Bob exclusive, Bob first from Everything Comics exclusive. I was happy to get it. Super duper happy to get this one. And wow, it also came with a Virgin variant. You know what I'm saying? And while I have it, I might as well open it up so I can show the back real quick. Again, I was really excited to get this. And on the back, it has, of course, Bueller's uh, avatar, and then everything comes right there. Bob, yeah, Bueller signed it, and Bob signed it for me. So I was excited to have that. Excited to pick this up and get it. I'm so happy for Bob that he's able to get this, and love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Right here, exclusives. Love getting this exclusive, and that's not all that I got. I also got the Invincible Red Sonja exclusive #1, and this is Gemmin's daughter. You know what I'm saying? She's called by Jade Hope, and I got this in yesterday too. Nice exclusive from Gemmin's daughter. Nice little drawing, Red Sonja right there. I think it's pretty cool. I think she's like 16 now, so she's into the art and stuff. So hopefully we see some more covers from her. I thought it's pretty cool, and they also gave a little I don't know where it went. Oh, here we go. A little postcard looking thing. Yeah, a little postcard of it. Love it. And then of course a trading card with her signature in it. Jade Hope. Awesome. Awesome. I really enjoy this one. And I really enjoy receiving these. These was pretty cool. I like the little exclusives. You know what I mean? This one's from Dynamite. And of course the second sight books, which now we have Robbie's exclusive coming on soon, and hopefully we get that eventually because I can't wait to get that. The second sight stuff is pretty good. We're pretty hyped to have them. You know what I mean? And of course, that's it for me. I don't have a whole lot. I just showed a few. You know, of course, I showed it before, but I did get my own figure of Mystic. You know what I mean? I know I showed it before, but I'll show it one more time. Second sight. You know, I got a little postcard for it. You know what I mean? And the Eds, the Mystic, the edscomic.com. And of course, all this postcard with all the different characters in it. I'm hoping to get her figure one day. You know what I mean? Intrum. I think the name's Intrum. So I can't wait. June is the next issue of that. I can't wait to receive that. Put this little figure away. And that's it for the show and tell. That's it. So yeah, we have that going on, and of course, what we got coming up. I guess we could start plugging in our stuff. You want to start
All right,
first,
before you
Mr.
start
Plugman?
plugging, tomorrow, guys, Robbie from Pop Culture Philosophers will be over on Comics Kings. That's Brandon's channel, so you're not gonna want to miss that. They're gonna sit down and go on infinite Crisis on Infinite rants. So they're gonna rant about stuff, I guess. But we all know Robbie doesn't like to rant about too much stuff except for ASM. So
Yeah, well, Robbie started with his weekly thing started as Robbie Rants. You know what I mean? His Sunday show, Robbie Rants, and all that. Yeah, so that might come back, Robbie Rants, because there's a lot of things they have to talk to each other about, especially some guy named Jack Hervey. You know, I think Brandon's got to defend himself a little there. And he will, because he's Brandon, Comic Kings, good dude, and all that. And of course, what do I have coming up? I do have a new show, you know what I'm saying, with my man Bruce, you know what I'm saying. We have a new show going on, the Amazing Collector Edition show with Big Herm and Fargate 01. We're going to cover omnibuses, collector editions, and all that. Cover all that. Also go over some the pre-orders to buy those books, so you can get it in a nice little discount sale. So we're gonna cover all that on that show. Of course, you talk about Monday. I don't have my current haul thing in here right now, but I do have this right here. Wednesday, speaking of Nick Spencer earlier, you know what I mean? We're going to cover more of the Nick Spencer run. You know what I'm saying? We're going to cover the next 10 issues.
oh, I guess this is the moment in time where Herm just pops right out because of his internet. So give it just a moment and he'll pop back in. So yeah, guys, thanks for stopping by. There you are. You're back.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. It was about that time when my phone oh, that's enough from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just went full screen to me. I was like, oh, I guess this is the moment in time where his internet just cuts out.
Yeah, so yeah, we're covering Nick Spencer run. We're covering the next 10 issues. I keep forgetting the name of the whole run right now. Like my brain's all beat up right now from still sleeping like a short nap. But yeah, continuing on Nick Spencer run. I enjoy doing that show with him. I enjoy covering the issues. Not every issue we like, as you saw last week. There was a gap of 5-6 issues where we weren't digging. So and two positive guys on the Spider-Man run didn't think that. There might be some more issues of that, but I think we're getting to the good issues of the Nick Spencer run. I think towards the last 15-20 issues have been better than that middle run that kept lagging. But yeah, I finally got it in here. New Comic Book Day haul, May 26th. You know what I mean? Wonderful day, best day of the week. We always have that, and of course, Whiplash Wednesdays with the Badbatch, starting with our boy TM Nerdy, and he's gonna have our guy. I don't have the ad on here, but he's gonna have a certain somebody. Who are you gonna have on your show?
Eric the Stash Durance.
Yes, that's who we're gonna have. I can't wait for people to see him. Big part of the community, big part of the PCP Army, big member of us. So can't wait for that. That must be a great show. And of course, me and Sam. I just mentioned that. Nick, Comic Culture. He always has a fantastic quarter show. And then of course, we're the bridge to the Tomorrow Show. I don't know why I have to go show.
I don't know if Nick will have a video this week or not. He is going on vacation or going on a trip, so he might not have a video this Wednesday. But he is part of the Bad Batch, so expect a video next Wednesday.
All right. That was some news, and of course, next Sunday we're covering some more Spawn. We probably covered 31, 30, 31, 32. and 33. So it's like 30 to 33. We'll cover those. We decided to maybe do 4 issues. I think that's pretty good. We can dissect them and all that. I enjoy doing it. There's no need to rush it. You know what I mean? And can't wait to read those and get to that. I don't know what the agenda for next week is, and I don't know what the agenda for the rest of the show is. I was hoping to get some guests in, but you know, we haven't got anybody in here. So,
We,
is
we
there
we can
anything else
talk
you want to
about
talk about?
we can talk. Well, um, we can talk about. Has anybody seen? Have you watched the Army of the Dead yet?
No, you know I haven't watched that. Come on, we finally got
Um,
somebody though. We finally got somebody. Before you keep going, uh, he's our buddy. He is the music of the Bad Batch. You know what I
oh,
mean?
you got Stefan? Oh,
Fable.
this guy, the other music guy. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
I'm waiting. We waiting for Stefan so we can talk some X-Men. What's
Station,
going
fellas,
on,
what's going
Station,
on?
my man? How you doing, man? How's your day?
Oh man, chilling, chilling. It's a hot one out here today.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's been
I
nothing
was
but
I,
raining here.
I was telling my mom, I was talking to her just yesterday, that here people in the winter they stay home because they don't like dealing with the cold. You know what I mean? I'm the opposite. In the summer, I stay home because I don't like dealing with the heat. So I'm totally opposite. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't like the heat. I travel more in the cold.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So yeah. I just I don't like the heat, and now we're in the middle of it. You know, we're going to June, and Fable's in the Bronx, and you can see it's summer because you hear some people outside over there.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the noise.
Gang,
It's a
gang,
little
gang,
loud out
gang.
here. Motorcycles and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Um.
used to only deal with that in the suburbs. Now in the Bronx, Brooklyn, now you deal with that. Like all these guys have these dirt bikes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm like, come
everybody's got a
on.
bike now. Yeah, that's how it is now. So what you guys are
Yes,
doing? What you were talking about?
we're talking about Willis. No, no, no. I'm stop. I don't know. TM was talking about something. What you were talking about, my man?
It doesn't matter because I know you both haven't seen it.
Oh, the
Oh,
Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead.
But did you enjoy
Yes, I did.
it?
I
Oh,
did.
really?
I strangely enjoyed it. I didn't think I would, to be honest with you. I was just like, you know what? I'll give it a try. But zombie flicks, zombie movies are always a hit or miss for me. Like I either hate them or I like them. But
Where do
this one
you
surprisingly liked it.
where do you rank it on your in the Snyder movies?
Oh, it's a solid 5 up there with the Snyder Cut, which Ben
Okay.
Affleck is probably the best Batman ever.
so you give it 5 backlogs?
5 backlogs.
5 backlogs.
How
Sorry, I need to
long
But
get a
was it?
drink.
I'm not too sure. Actually, I never really looked at the time of how long it was. I think it
No,
was
it's
like an hour and 58 minutes, maybe.
not bad. Not bad. I probably won't get to watch that. I still need to watch the latest episode of the Star Wars Bad Batch. I haven't seen that yet. So,
That was
but
good too.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. So I gotta catch up with that. You know what I mean? Maybe one of these weeks we'll give a quick synopsis of what we think of that show and stuff. You know what I mean? That
What
sounds like
show?
a good idea. I
I'm
don't know,
still
some
watching
show.
Clone
Anyway,
Wars.
okay. Yeah, you got a long way. I
That's how backlogged I am.
backlog to the Clone Wars. Yeah, I just need to go back and because I watch a lot of that, but when I watch a lot of the episodes, they're not in in order. Like things
No.
happen in some episodes and all that. There is a way you could go online and they give you a order to follow it by. I probably have to do that because they,
Yeah,
they
that's what
they
I
go
did.
all over the place.
That's what I had to do. I had to go online and they have these lists that show you what episodes and what order to watch it in. But it's really only like the first 4 seasons. Then after like season 5, I guess it's normal. You don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like hit you up and you have to give me that list so I can start watching it
I
because
think
I have a hard time finding it sometimes.
if I'm not mistaken, I think Disney Plus put it out themselves.
Oh
Like
yeah.
they have it on their website or something like that. Yeah, I'm not sure though, but I know I had to look up a list in order to get it right.
All right. So there you go. They did it themselves. Because yeah, it could be confusing. And then of course a lot of the episodes that are happening that I saw so far, like I keep like because I listen to podcasts and all that. I keep listening to people who talk about at least the first two episodes that I already showed. The other ones I really don't listen to until I watch it. And if I'm covering it, I really don't listen to those because I don't want them to influence what I think. But
Right.
they were saying me there's a lot in those that people who watch both the Clone Saga, the Clone Wars shows, and Star Wars Rebel love this show even more because they watch all of that and then they show a lot of elements of those two shows. You know what I mean? Of course, it start right minutes before the sixth one, the sixth Order 66 from Lord Sidious. So I uh I freaking love it. Oh, so far already. So I can't wait to go and watch the episode that I'm missing. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I
so
I, I think when it first came out, I kind of passed on it because it looked like the art style wasn't for me. It looked a little weird for me. So I passed up on it. And then the Mandalorian stuff started coming out, and I kind of missed that too. But they said that Ahsoka shows up in the Mandalorian, so I was like, okay, well then I got to watch Clone Wars because that's her whole story arc is in Clone Wars. Like her becoming a Jedi or leaving the Jedi, whatever
hmm
she does, her whole story or her whole beginning is that show. So then I started watching it, and even though I still probably don't like the art style too much, but the action is the action is great. And they show a lot of stuff. The Jedi's do a lot of cool things in that show that they don't show in the movies, and it's kind of violent. I'm surprised it was a kids show, to be honest with you, because I've seen people get beheaded. I've seen limbs get popped off. I mean, it
hmm
gets a little crazy in that show.
those shows are sick, man. I freaking love it. The I forgot the director of those shows' name, the creator.
Mm.
He's the one that um with Pharaoh is doing the Mandalorian. So
Dave Filoni, no?
Dave Filoni, there you go.
I think that's his name.
So
Yeah,
he's putting all the love into that.
and that's
hmm
another reason why I went back and watched it because I heard he created those cartoons. He created those animation shows. So it's a big reason to watch it. Plus, I heard it just gets better and better anyway, right? Like Clone Wars was good, and then like Rebels supposed to be even better, and now this Bad Batch is supposed to be like really good. So
Yeah, man, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. And the Ahsoka has gonna have her own show. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna be the one to really. Let me take this. I'm struggling here. Can you still hear me?
Yep.
yeah, I hear you.
Let me bring this a little closer. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, he's the one that actually the one that gonna do that show. Mostly him. So the sky's the limit for all the Star Wars stuff. Everything that popping up for Star Wars. It's just everything Disney Plus is doing now with both the Marvel and the Star Wars franchise is amazing, man.
Do you
I
think they're gonna let those guys do a trilogy? I think they earned the right, right?
I think so. I think so, but I don't know if they want to get to that yet. I think they want some time to pass. I guess these shows just to keep going through the shows and finally do their own trilogy. So it'll be years before we see that. But yeah, I definitely think it's gonna take another 5 years, maybe or six. But I definitely see something like that in the works eventually. And then
Do
like,
you do you think that the next Star Wars thing is gonna be in the future? or in the past?
That's hard to know because of this whole Star Wars. What's the name of the title? I can't even think about it right now. But
High Republic.
Yeah, the High Republic is all in the past. So it's all, you know, how everything started. So that's pretty interesting to see that too. So it who knows, man? I think they're gonna be all over the timeline with those shows too, and it's gonna be wonderful, man. I think people are gonna finally love what these guys doing with Star Wars.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm guessing we're not. Our guy here, TM Nerdy here, is not excited about the Star Wars stuff. So
I'm just listening to you guys talk.
I think I think I think the time limit we have from him it's done. You know, it's expired.
Yeah,
No,
you
I'm
only
good.
get
I'm just
TM for a little bit.
I could cut you guys off if you want, or I can sit here and listen.
Feel free. Feel free. You saw the Badbatch, right?
I saw the Badbatch. I am so excited for what Star Wars is doing. I'm so pumped. And yeah, so
Our guy Tacky,
station.
Oh, there he
Talkie.
goes.
what's going on, bro?
Too much.
You're doing the bit.
I'm frozen.
Am I freezing?
Yeah.
The camera's frozen. Vocals aren't coming.
Yeah, you're really choppy, Taggy.
Here, hold on. Let me yeah, hold on. Let me change my
All right. Nice to have Tacky. He'll be back. But
Is Ahsoka in Bad Batch? Did she show up at all?
No.
I haven't seen it yet. She might be doing a cameo or something like that. But
And you said that takes place in Order 66?
Yeah. Right when Order 66 is dropped.
right before it takes out Order 66, and then you see stuff happening, and then you see the Order happening, and then you see the troopers turn on the Jedi there. You know what I mean? Just like the movie. I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? But,
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Yeah, I can hear you. Definitely.
You can hear me. Can you see me?
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah, you're not John Cena. I can see you.
Okay, you can. Yeah, it was a crazy day today. So I planned to get to the convention at 10 a.m. so I could get a jump on everybody else. So I got there at like 10:03, which is pretty good for me. And I walk in, and one of the main vendors that I normally deal with, he sold out in 13 minutes. He sold all 6 of his boxes. The
Holy
other
smoke.
vendor who I think I got like at least half of my keys from in my collection, there are like 3 guys behind his booth with stacks of books already in their hands. And this was before 10/13.
Wow.
So, but I didn't do bad still. I mean, even though it's a seller's market, there's still good deals to be had, and there's still books that you can find for really good prices. You just have to not get discouraged and know what you're looking for.
Which con is this?
So this is a real small one. It's called Comicverse. It's in New Berlin, Wisconsin.
Okay.
So it's a little bit outside of Milwaukee, a little bit, maybe like 5 minutes. Like most people that live in Milwaukee probably wouldn't even consider it outside of the city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now, Milwaukee, Oregon, which somehow is more popular in Comicverse, YouTube Comicverse. But yeah. So Milwaukee, Wisconsin is the biggest. Milwaukee's the biggest city in Wisconsin. So that's where you would think the majority, and I believe so, that the majority of the comic book action happens. So,
wow.
And we're pretty close to Chicago.
You're expecting a big crowd?
Oh, the crowd! Yeah, I was expecting a big crowd. Not at 10 o'clock though. At 10 o'clock, especially if you know what you're looking for, you're usually doing pretty good. It's just the sign of the times. It's the market. It's the way the market is currently. And those people that like the guy who bought out one of the vendors, he's a reseller. And I think what they do is the online auctions. So
Are there any books in particular that you're looking for?
today I was looking, I hate to say it on YouTube.
What book?
But I mean, I'll put it like this. I'm looking for early Zatanna appearances. That's what I was focused on today. And
Okay.
one of them I got already, and I saw it twice at this con, and I didn't see any other ones. So I got a
And
lead
what
on
age is that?
Silver Age.
Okay. Okay.
Silver Age. Her Bronze Age I got the book. I got it in low grade because the price is astronomical on it for no reason
Wow.
that makes sense to me. So when I
Right.
value that book, I'm not going to pay a whole lot of money for it, because for the same price or for a little bit more, you can get one of her Silver Age appearances. And I don't get why that Bronze Age appearance is that much. So
How much are they asking?
for that bronze, I think it was like $80.
And this is raw. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
raw.
Raw.
I usually don't buy graded, because if you're looking at graded books, I'm not going to pay for a mistake. So if it's over a 9.4, it's not worth buying graded. Unless
Wow.
I'm talking about modern books. If it's, a Silver Age book, then that's a little different, because a lot of times you're not going to see something over a 6, or if you do, it's really special and it needs to be graded to be preserved, and so that there isn't a real big argument about, okay, is this a 7.5 or an 8.5? Well, let's get an expert grader to look at it and say, okay, this is a Silver Age book and it's an 8.5. So
I gotcha.
yeah, so. I mean, I mostly buy raw books. I think I got like maybe 4 or 5 slabs
Okay.
in my whole collection.
Um.
Not that I bought 5 slabs today. Yeah, no, I can't. I
So
don't roll like that.
you bought them already slab.
Yeah, I bought them already slabbed.
Okay.
How much did you pay?
But I mean,
Decent price?
Yeah, I always pay a decent price.
Yeah, you don't have to say the price.
Yeah, I kind of stopped myself there. It's like decent price. Like I'm kind of getting too personal now.
I mean, I will overpay for a book, but I have to see that. I have to anticipate that book is going to be not only holding its value, it's going to be worth more. For example, I was actually surprised to see this book again today. Was the Marvel team up with Invincible and Spider-Man?
Yeah, that's a
And
sick cover.
this book, the book I saw today, I bought mine for 40, and I saw one today for 50, and I think he probably settled on 35 to 40, because the book that I saw today had color rub on it, so mine was in a little bit better condition. But I didn't even hesitate. I would have paid 50 for it when I saw it, because I think that's that's $100 book when it's all said and done. But we'll see what happens, because when I saw it today and it was only 50, I'm like, oh, I guess wrong. But then I saw the condition of it, and then the guy who was going to buy it, he was looking at the sold listings on eBay, and he was like, yeah, it's only between $80 and $100, but not in that condition.
Wow.
So
Right.
yeah, I think that's one of the books, because for somebody that's just getting into Invincible, they're going to see Spider-Man right away, and that's going to mean a whole lot more to them than, hey, this is the first. Well, first off, you got Invincible 1, which probably has the majority of the first appearances, and I don't know. Haven't studied this at all. And then the first issue probably has a majority of the first appearances, so it's not like you're going to, the average collector is like, well, I'm going to get Invincible 5 that has the first appearance of this person. It's probably a minor character. But the Spider-Man, that's a character everybody knows. And if you see Invincible in Spider-Man, and you see Invincible in a Marvel book, I want to put spec on it. Tom will shout it out, or Key Collector. I'm sure Key Collector's already put it on their list, but
Now, how
that'll
old
be it.
is this book? When did this book
I don't know.
Because I'm new.
Yeah, well, I haven't done a lot of research in Invincible either. So, but I
Okay.
saw it, and when I saw it, I said, okay, well, even if I can't get him to come down on the price, I'm probably going to pick it up today, because I'm surprised I'm seeing it.
Okay. And what condition would you say it was in? for a
The one I
$50
picked up,
raw.
the one I picked up was I have it at a 9.2. The
Okay.
one today is a little tricky because a lot of the color rub that could be bindery defects. So when you send it in for grading, you can still get a higher grade. But
Right.
like I told the guy, when you buy a book, you look at the grade, but you also look at how it presents. Meaning, when you pick up a book and you see, the cover and the plastic and everything else, what grade does it look like? How well does it present? Does the spine all tore up and this and that? So sometimes you get a lower graded book that presents better, and that might be, if you're going to display it, then that might be the better book. So,
Right.
um, so you got to take that consideration too. So with that particular book that he had today, it had some cover up on the front cover. So I would downgrade it, even if I say, okay, these are bindery defects, they don't affect the overall grade of the book, and it comes back a 9.8. Everybody's going to go to the 9.6 that looks better, or what have you. I mean, not
Right.
let's make it. Let's say it comes back as like a 9.2, and then I have mine as an 8.5 because I missed something. People will probably buy my 8.5 before his 9.2 because mine looks better. Except for
Well, let
the
me
big
ask you a
gray.
question, Tack. Don't they grade the inside of a book too?
Yep.
It's not all just the
Yep.
front and the back cover,
Yep.
right? I mean, it's
Yeah,
the inside
absolutely.
pages as well.
Absolutely.
Because when I see people go, in my experience, I see people get a 9.8 book. I mean, a book that they think is a 9.8, and they come back 9.6 or 9.4, and they're like, "What? This book is perfect," and they're looking all over, looking at the thing. Oh, this is great. I mean, wouldn't that be because something's wrong on the inside? I would have to
Yeah,
assume.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Because like I agree with you. I see people going like, yeah, this is perfect, or this is a 5.5, but it doesn't look like it should be more of like an 8 and that. But we don't know
Well,
because we don't know what the inside looks
yeah.
like.
And there's really small differences between a 9.4, 9.6, and a 9.8. So if you thought it was a 9.8 and it came back as a 9.4 or 9.6, you just missed something. I guarantee
Mm.
it. Usually it's on the back cover too. There's a fingerprint on the back cover. There's a small spine tech that doesn't show on the front, but you can see it on the back. Um, and we're talking about, because the investors, they want 9.8s, they want 9.8s and 9.6s, and that's why
Right,
because those are known commodities.
right,
Once you get below a 9, you start getting into an 8.5. Then you don't. It's not that you don't. It's a great book. Like if we picked up an 8.5 off the shelf, I mean, we might not be happy with an 8.5. But if we had to settle for one, we would settle for one if that was a hot issue and we couldn't get it from anywhere else. Or if we're just buying to read, if I bought an 8.5 copy of Beckstar from the LCS, I wouldn't think twice about it.
right. I
So,
get what you're saying. Yeah, that's definitely true. Because when I was getting into trying to sell some books, I had asked some advice from some people that were doing it professionally, and they were like, "People just want the 9.8, man. Don't even bother. If you're booking a 9.8, the chances of it getting sold are that much smaller." You know.
yeah. Unless you're talking Silver Age.
Right, right.
You're
I'm
talking
talking
Silver,
modern.
yeah. Modern, yeah. 9.6 or 9.8. And then if it's a 9.6 and they know they can't fix it and they can't make it a 9.8, then you might have some problems. I think because there's I think because the investors have hit the 9.8 so hard that 9.6s are now, and people are starting to realize that there's not too much of a difference between the 9.6 and the 9.8.
Right.
That 9.6s are okay as well. And like I said, anything over a 9.2, I think you're okay. Um, but if you have a modern book and it's more than a 9.2, it's not, you wasted your money. And then sometimes you end up paying, like the buyer ends up paying for it. Like it's probably $30 more to recoup the cost from grading it. But I don't need it graded. If it's an 8.5, I don't need it graded.
Right.
So
Well, I had heard once that most books off the shelf are 9.4s anyway. That's what
yeah,
I heard. I
yeah,
heard
nine
that
nine two,
your
nine two, nine
average
fours,
book
nines. Yep.
on a shelf is a 9.4.
Especially if it's
You
Marvel,
know, yeah. I
because
don't
of the
know.
wavy pages. and see, yeah, and I don't know either because the wavy pages that could be a bindery defect. And when you send it in the CGC, they might say, well, okay, we're not going to down the grade because of it. But then when you get it slabbed, you're going to have wavy cover, and people are going to be like, I don't want the wavy cover. It's like I got the
Right.
She-Hulk. I got the She-Hulk one when I was a kid, and I didn't realize it at the time, but the cover isn't straight on it. It's like if it was this book and then it's off when it was printed, it like missed some of the edge of it. So like if I try to sell it and it was, let's say I got it graded and it did really well, but because of that bindery defect, people aren't going to be as interested in it if it wasn't a problem.
Right.
So the way
Right.
the book presents is really important. For example, you could have
Yeah.
a Hulk 181 presents as a 8 or a 7 or something like that without the value stamp. So the value stamp is out, and all of a sudden it's taking a big hit because it's a missing piece. There's a missing piece of the book, and that's a great book to buy for a collector.
Right.
For an investor, no, because that's eventually I think where people want the market to head is that, like, for the really really big keys to Action Comics, number one is that there aren't going to be any more individual owners. Like, they want to start micro sharing it all. Like, you could own 1/25th of a Action Comics number one. I mean,
Yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen it too.
Yeah.
I just hope that it doesn't hit Bronze Age before I get to it. That's what I'm hoping.
Are you interested in something like that? Do you want to dabble in something?
No.
Okay.
Because there are too many real investment opportunities.
Right.
And I'm afraid that if I start investing, like if I start treating comic books as an investment or as a business, it's going to kill it for me. I'm going to get burnt out on it. And, I could take off of Bitcoin. I could sell Bitcoin. I have no problem selling Bitcoin. I'm not emotionally invested in Bitcoin.
Right.
But, my first appearance of Black Cat, I'm emotionally invested in that. My first appearance of Blue Beetle.
We never want to let it go, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody ever wants to let it go.
You
buy all these issues, and
we
get
buy
all
stuff
these
to
spec books,
sell it, and then we can't sell it.
And we can't let it go.
We're like, you know what? I don't know if I want to sell this book now. Or this book was such a hassle to get. The story is so good. If I gave it up now, or when you try to sell it, that starts to become part of the story. Or you sell it and the deal goes through, deal falls through. That becomes part of the story. And like, I can't sell this book now. I remember I have It's funny with Wolverine. There's so many rumored first appearances of Wolverine. I mean, you got the classic 181 debate, but Marvel knew what they had in Wolverine, and they advertised his first appearance. So there's like a Daredevil book, there's a Thor book, and there's one other book. I can't remember what it was. But I have the Daredevil book, and when it was delivered to my house, the mailman left it in the snowbank.
Wow. Are you kidding me?
So, and it wasn't damaged. It wasn't damaged.
What?
And so, so until I had my 180, that was my first appearance of Wolverine. I was like, I got a first appearance of Wolverine here. Yeah. So I was gonna sell it, and then the deal fell through, and I was happy afterwards because I was like, I can't tell the story of. And that was the first book I ordered at the house I live at now, and how it was delivered in the snowbank, and it was in the snow, and I was like the whole Gemini mailer was all wet.
Oh my God!
I don't have the story.
I can imagine. I can only imagine how you felt when you saw that.
And at the time, I thought that was actually the only time it was advertised. I didn't realize there were there's three of them, and I can't remember. I know Thor is one of them, Daredevil is one, and I can't remember what the third is. So, so there wasn't any big keys today for me, unfortunately. I went there to find big keys; they were all snatched up. And not big keys. I big key. I'd rather than spending $100 and walking out with 20 books. I'd rather spend $100 and walk out with one big book.
Right.
So this was my big pickup today. it's kind of ironic because you guys are just talking about Star Wars.
Oh wow! Look at that.
So this is the Star Wars
That is
homage.
That is
Homage.
beautiful.
Yeah. So this is when these books started taking off. These Marvel Comics and Electric Company books. This was the cover that everybody was talking about because Star Wars was so big at that point. And here you got, Spider-Man as Luke Skywalker and Doctor Doom as
Yeah, man.
as
That's
Darth Vader, and
beautiful.
I'm not sure who this character is.
That's
If Steph was
Moon
here,
Dragon, right?
yeah, you
Yeah.
might be right. I'm not a
Yeah,
Marvel guy.
From Guardians, I think.
She was a big part of the Infinity Gauntlet series. She was in there.
Right.
So I was so happy when I
Wow.
saw this. I haven't taken it out of the bag yet and graded it or nothing. I took it and put it at the bottom of the pile I had going because I don't
Who
want
did the
anybody else to
cover
see
on
it.
that?
I don't know. I don't know. I did not think that I would find it. So if I saw this book on the wall and I picked it up off the wall and I paid $20 more than what I paid for it, I would have been happy today. And if I came out of there saying this is my one key, I probably would have been happy today, despite everything
Now,
else that I saw.
is Spider-Man holding a lightsaber there?
Yes, it is a lightsaber. What?
Wow.
Since Marvel owns. Wait, hold on. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
wild.
Disney owns Marvel, and they also own the rights to Star Wars. Yeah, it is a lightsaber,
Yeah,
no doubt.
they predicted it since back then.
Now we know for sure. So yeah, this looks
Wow.
pretty nice book.
It is gorgeous.
Now that I'm looking at it, yeah.
I
So I'm
want
real
That's
happy
awesome,
that I
man.
found this one, and then I also found this one as well.
What's that?
So another Doctor Doom cover. These Doctor
Oh
Doom
my
covers are
God.
heating up, and we got a Silver Surfer. He's cooling down just a little bit, not too much. But I was happy to. So I found both of these in the same box. Like I
Nice.
said, I put that Star Wars one at the bottom, and then I also picked up this one. It's Adam Hughes Zatanna. So I did get some Zatanna, and I could have probably picked up a lot of Zatanna Adam Hughes today. But I don't think I could have afforded all of it. And
Wow.
some more Adam Hughes. There's a Catwoman that I didn't have before. And then another one. Oh man, I'm dropping out. Now I feel like Trav. I'm dropping books.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
blocking. My hands are blocking the best part. Yep.
Oh yeah.
So there was an Adam Hughes Tomb Raider that I almost picked up, but I passed up on it because it would have been too much money. And then this is dedicated to Trav right here.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
No.
And it's a newsstand.
No,
And
no,
it's a newsstand.
There's a
No.
Got the
newsstand too?
newsstand, dude. Yeah, and it's a
Ah,
newstand. Yeah.
dude.
those
Yes.
are Dino bots. They're not Dino bot.
They're not the Dinobot. Okay, I got you.
those are
And
the
then
they're Dinobots, baby. The original.
That's
Yeah.
a great find, man. Those books are starting to dry up, those Transformers
Yeah.
books.
I know, especially that one. And for what I paid for it compared to what I would have paid for it on eBay. And then I got
Oh
this Bill
man.
Sienkiewicz Electra Assassin.
Oh man,
Sweet.
that's great.
That's sweet.
And then I got this for $1.
Oh,
Oh,
So
nice. I remember
if we
that
start
one.
going
Yeah.
for the dollar stuff, man, it's like you buy the dollar stuff and it's like you don't know why you just don't shop at the cons. Let me I got some milestone today. So for all of these except for one was for $1. So we got Static #2.
nice.
So these were really, really hot. When you're looking for Static, you're looking for later issues. I think it went up to like 46 or 45 or 44. So if you get like 30s and 40s, but I found Static 2 for $1. I
Wow.
found this one for $1. This Worlds Collide crossover, hardware and steel. Got that for $1.
Uh,
I got Icon and Superboy. Superboy and Icon for $1, and then I think I don't know how much he hasn't marked as 10, and I kind of threw it in the package, but I know this is like one of those rare milestones, or at least I think it is. So Wise Son,
That's great,
White
man.
Wolf.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. I always look for the rare milestones that I don't see anywhere else. So let me see what else I got here. I messed up and I picked up 2 Superman number 1s. So I got this one. Unfortunately, neither one of them are newsstand. I got this Alan Moore Superman. This wasn't $1 though. I don't know what I ended up, and it's a newsstand. I don't know what I negotiated on this. I mean, what it really cost me when I was done with all the negotiations. Yeah, here's the other Superman number 1. So I'm seeing this book go up a
Superman,
little.
which volume number 1?
This has got to be volume 2
Okay.
because
So that's
this
80s?
I had this book when I was a kid. So this book came out when I was collecting in the late 80s.
80s, okay.
And I lost the number 1 I had back then. I lost it, and it just so happens that I saw it from two different places for a good price, and I didn't realize I snatched it up at the first place. So I ended up picking it up. And then I actually put this on my Instagram the other day because I read it and it was a really good issue, and then I found this one. So.
Oh snap!
And I know there's something about this issue too, and I think I paid $1 for this.
Wow.
And Death of Superman newsstand. Now, I'm not
Death
sure what
of
printing this is.
Superman.
I haven't had a chance to peel it out and check it, but usually if there's like a second printing at this era of DC books, you see it like right up here, and I don't see it. So
Yeah, man, that's supposed to pay for our college funds and stuff, or our kids' funds.
yeah, right. Yeah, right. You don't know how much college is these days. You'd be lucky if it pays the gas to get to class.
But you know, that was
At that
that was
time,
a really good issue. That was a really good issue.
The Death
man.
of
I remember
Superman
reading
or
that.
the
Yeah.
so
The
the
Death
Wonder
of
Woman
Superman.
one the Wonder Woman one I saw is where she broke Max Lord's neck.
Oh snap.
So
Literally.
yeah, but you're right. The Death of
Unintended.
Superman and that whole event, they were really good. I wasn't collecting at the time, so I didn't get a chance to read them until recently. But yeah, and then Superman and Bugs Bunny. All these Warner Brother variants or books are starting to get kind of crazy.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they had Pepe Le Pew got canceled,
Uh-huh.
and they had a Starfire book with him, and that blew up recently. It's like a $40 book now. There's this DC character called she's got like a split personality called Rose and Thorn. So I
Right.
found all these books for $1. All these Adam Hughes covers. So I was happy about that.
Is that what that's about? Like she has a split personality?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I haven't read the series. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I mean, I don't know, but the covers are pretty good. They got Adam Hughes to do them. So
yeah, for $1 you can't go wrong with that.
Well, I see. My thing is if I'm going to do cover buys, it got to be less than cover, and usually substantially less. Like we're talking half price. So that's why a lot of times with newer books, I'll pass on the cover buy and hope I can find it later on down the road. Now, how long will it take? I don't know, because you got this one, for example, The Silencer with Talia al Ghul, and I paid $1 for it. You know, and if I'd have bought it when it came out, it'd have been $3. So I guess I saved $2.
Right.
I think she had the best series out of that whole. Wow, it's not even a Rebirth. Number 6, and it's not Rebirth. That's crazy. Because if I would have placed this, it would have been like right at the beginning of Rebirth. But anyway,
no, that was
kind of fun.
After Rebirth.
Yes.
Yeah, that was like you know how they started shying away from the Rebirth on their covers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put DC Universe on it instead.
Yeah. Shying away from it.
But she was a part. She was a part of that Damage, Sideways, and I forgot who else they had a bunch of books with Damage and Sideways. The only one, I don't even remember.
Yeah,
I gotta represent Blue Devil.
That series lasted like what, 18 issues or something like that.
Yeah. It was 18-inch. You get Blue Devil newsstand.
Wow.
So this one I was conflicted about because I wasn't sure if I needed the newsstand or because I know that it's a 75 center, but it's a early 75 center, so I wasn't sure. So I got the direct a couple days ago, and now I got the newsstand. So bunch of dollar books, man.
You're getting a lot of DC, huh? That's your jam.
Yeah, that's my jam.
Yeah, that's Travis over here from Mr. TM.
Which
Hey,
one?
I get a lot of Marvel back
Santa
issues.
Claus.
Yep, the Santa Claus from Pop Culture.
Oh man, that'd be
last
sick
week.
to own.
Oh yeah.
So I found this one. I was happy. I think I paid like $2 for that.
The other ones are
And then I
$1,
was-
but the Santa Claus issue is $2.
Well, some of them were $1, and then the box I found, his prices weren't necessarily high. It was just like I thought I could do better, but he had nobody else had the Santa Claus issue. This was one of the things I was looking for. Man, always spec on Santa Claus. Always.
He's specking on Santa Claus.
Because I don't know why, but those issues always, like if I took that to a LCS, it would probably sell really quick, and I could double. I know I could sell it for $5. You know, especially around Christmas time. So there's that which one is it? Spectacular Spider-Man Santa Claus cover with Santa packing.
Yeah. And
then there's that first. Who was it? It was an artist or a writer, and he had a Santa Claus anyway. But this was one of the issues I was looking for going there today, and I was able to find this for $2. So I was real happy about that. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, if you go to a con, it's like you wonder why you go anywhere else. You're like, you should save all your money for the cons. And then I got the Spider-Woman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
Jessica Drew. Yeah.
I'm trying to get all of those, too. It's going to be hard to get the early ones, but heck yeah. Let me say Spider-Woman.
I saw this one. This Ghost Rider newsstand.
Ooh.
I mean, so we're Spider-Man. So Spider-Man McFarlane newsstand. I only spent $1 on it. So I think I actually have this one, but I'm pretty sure it's not a newsstand.
Oh my god, that's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I remember that one.
And then we got to represent.
Yeah.
So I was so happy to find this. Man, this is a great time to buy New Warriors and anything connected with New Warriors because nobody, like, they're just letting it go for anything.
Yeah, they're really cheap.
So high. Yeah.
That stuff and the
I got that one.
Sun stuff.
That New Warriors one that you're holding? I got that.
I might actually have this one. I didn't even really check to see if I had it. And then I represent for PCP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Savage Avengers. Great.
$1. I was like,
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was gonna buy them from my LCS for half off. And I just didn't get around to it. Or I spent the money I planned to spend when I went there, went to something else. So let's see what else. I got a bunch of stuff here. The one other thing I wanted to mention was the Marvel Comics Presents, but I might end up falling down before I could even. They got a little bit far out of my reach, but these were all really inexpensive, and I know that they've been going crazy.
Wow, yeah, definitely. I've been telling Travis to try to get that if he could. Oh, you got all of them?
No, I don't know if I have all of them. I didn't get all of them today.
I can't find them.
And somehow I ended up with 2 of these.
And please tell me, were those $1?
These were so some of them were 2, and some of them one. This one right here was a throw-in on one of the deals I made.
Oh my!
So
Lord.
I think he wanted $5 for it, but the other ones were 2. And then I'm trying to see if this one might have been $1 actually.
All right.
So I kept running. Yeah, this one was $1 for sure. So I remember where I got this one from.
Since they were all $1, I'll give you $20. Send them to me.
Well, I got a duplicate of that one, so let me know. I mean, I
I'm
won't
messing
sell
with.
it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I wouldn't sell it
I
either,
mean, but
brother,
we have
if
to
I
make
found
it.
those.
We have to start. You know, I'll start feeling like Ninja and I'll start a box for you.
But when you go to those cons, man, if you see another one of those Leather Necks and they're $1, definitely pick one up for your boy. I
So
got
you and Herm should be doing really. You and Herm should be doing really well in New York, though. I mean, this is Milwaukee. You know, if I go to
Nah,
Chicago, I
man.
think I'm gonna do a lot
Nah,
better in
this is
Chicago.
way overrated over here, brother.
The
Way
Savage.
Okay.
overrated.
It's not that it's overrated. It's that the savages over here, they gobble up everything. As soon as they hear,
Everything.
they
Yeah.
The
stop.
competition is too. Oh, got you.
And they
I
got the
got you.
bank to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
I could see that Manhattan,
If
Yeah,
we
it's
want,
right there.
even Brooklyn. Yeah, okay.
yes. Every once in a while, I get lucky. So there's a couple of shops out here that still they pick up a lot of good things, and there's one shop that still has a 50-cent bin, which still boggles my mind here in New York.
Hmm.
And I might pick up something cool, but if it's anything coming up and all that, you're lucky if you find it in one of
Yeah.
these stores, because you have to go like into like where you guys are at in Middle America or
Yeah,
out
that's where you're
west.
gonna find the flea markets and the deals and the small
Yeah.
cons and the people who've had comic books in their freaking attic for 30 years and all of a sudden just got up one day and said, "Hey, I got all these Stan Lee comic books. Let me sell them today." That kind of thing. Like you don't find that out here because, like Herm said, because you got your poor neighborhoods over here, but it's mostly surrounded by rich neighborhoods if you think about it. Because you got Manhattan dead in the center. If you go all the way east, you got Long Island, which only gets richer the more east you go. And then you go west, you go north, Westchester County. I mean, that's where all the mansions are. That's where the X mansion is, Xavier and all those guys. That's where they live at. So, yeah, those guys will buy everything up, man. Forget about
So are you saying that Professor Xavier controls people actor?
it. Maybe I didn't say that, though, but it's a possibility.
Uses his mind control. He uses Cerebro for the hot books for this week.
Get all the books.
And there's not as many shops as you would probably imagine in your mind when you think of New York City. You think of New York City, you think these big shops, but in the city there's probably about 5 total.
Have you
You know
guys
what
been
I
to New
think
York?
of when I think of New York? You and Big Herm. And that Northern Heights.
There's a shop in the Bronx that I recently went to, and it's really tiny. I mean, it was a small thing, and they had a couple of package. They had a couple of short boxes, but I can guarantee you nothing was $1 in those boxes. You flip, it's 5, 10, 15, 25, 5, 10, like
Just
that.
keys. Have you guys been to New York Comic Con?
I went
yet.
like one time,
Okay.
and I don't think New York Comic. I don't have con experience, so I can't speak. But what I went to did not feel like a con, if that makes any sense. It felt
No, it
like
does.
it felt like it was just vendor after vendor after vendor after vendor. It wasn't like I didn't feel like there were any events or any fan kind of things going on. It was just sell, 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 and I didn't really see too many writers or artists there at the time. So I don't know, but this was
Oh,
over
that's
10 years
unusual.
ago.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure it's changed. The Big Con in Milwaukee, I didn't like it. It cost too much to get in. Parking, I had to pay for parking. It was like 20. I had my wife with me. It was like $25 before we even walked through the door. And I have to try to make and somehow I did come up with a deal where it was kind of like, okay, well, that kind of paid for us to come and parking and everything else, and made it worth it. But there was too much emphasis on cosplay. Right now, the small conventions that I go to here, it seems like the toys are overtaking everything. Like we're
Yeah.
battling, like the table. There's a battle that happens before the con even starts between the toy vendors and the comic book vendors, and it seems like the comic book vendors aren't necessarily losing, but there just seems to be more and more toy vendors, and that's not what I'm really into. And I wouldn't go to a con for toys. I'm more buy them off Walmart shelf
Right.
than or try to buy them loose on eBay or something like that, than to buy them boxed. And I'm already down that rabbit hole where you buy a toy boxed and then you don't open it right away, and it's like, am I gonna open it or am I not gonna open it?
I
And you start
definitely
going to open it, and you
understand
start hearing the voice in your head like, don't open it.
that.
It doesn't need to breathe. And
Listen, I know exactly what you mean.
it doesn't help when you see Robbie opening them, or even didn't that happen to you too, Trav, where you opened it and it started breaking?
It is broke.
You try to move the arm and the arm falls off, and
Oh man,
it's like this is supposed to be brand new.
that's terrible.
Well,
Yeah,
brand new. It's from the 90s, so I don't know how
Yeah.
brand new it is.
Well, exactly, but and they weren't meant to be stored like that in those packages for 30 years and not touched.
Dude, this one right here, I think both of them, they weren't tied in at all. You they just had that backing plastic, and then you just pop them out. That's it. There's no zip ties on this one either, for both of them. So,
Robbie Station, my man.
Station Robbie.
Station.
yeah, I totally understand because I've been buying Transformers figures, and I'm looking at the boxes, and I'm like, okay, how can I like open this box without like doing the most minimal damage possible, so I can get this figure out of here without destroying the box? I actually think about that. I never used to think about that. You just rip that sucker open back in the day.
Well, we
I
have
think it might have been our youth too. We were younger too.
sorry to interrupt. Our man TM here wanted to share a little information.
All right. For those of you who do not know, Pop Culture Philosophers does have an exclusive cover. Blood, Skulls, and Chrome #1. And that it's going for $24 a set, $6 shipping in the US, a little bit more for international shipping. But just look at those. It's a virgin cover and a sketch cover. So if you guys would like one, I think there's a little bit left. Head on over to popculturephilosophers@gmail.com and hit them up. Station.
Yeah, and it if you look at it, it homages Ghost Rider, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider.
And it's the artwork is done by Jonathan Lau.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
Robbie, I want mine signed. I want mine signed.
Me too. Please and thank you. And also by Delaney.
Anybody with the whole crew.
Yeah, like the whole crew would be amazing because they're all pop culture
There you
philosophers.
I just want Jay Strick. No.
I was gonna say
time.
that. I'll take hammer time.
No,
Yeah,
nobody's claiming Brooks. I got Brooks.
It was Brooks all along.
Yes.
Station.
Station, Jamie.
Oh, Jamie, Station.
Yeah, Jamie.
Chamorro. I don't know if we said it earlier, but Station, my man.
Station Chamorro.
Miss Chamorro, Station.
Miss Chamorro.
House Station.
The legend, Bobby. Bobby the legend.
Station.
Yeah.
And then Robbie says, I love it when my toys break after I open them.
I know, right? Like,
that's the right
that
attitude.
sucks so bad. Like that's like
a major defect on that figure, man.
Yeah, it's the same arm too.
I saw Robbie showed you a picture of his that's broken. He's like, mine broken too, bro.
I sent that to him.
Oh, you sent that to him? Okay.
Yeah, I sent that today.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
Half asleep.
Now let me ask you a question.
Those
figures are 30 years old? Those are 30-year-old figures?
Yeah, a little bit. I think like 28, because like Spawn came out what 94, 90, yeah,
Oh yeah,
94.
that's right.
So those are original first run McFarlane toys.
No, not first run. Those ones there Spawn Series 3, so they could have
Okay.
came out in like 98 possibly.
Okay, I got you. Oh wow! And you're. I mean, I'm not gonna ask you how much you paid, but it's not as much as somebody would think, right? It's not. It's fairly
Oh
inexpensive.
man, they're cheap. Well, when I got them, like the Spawn universe wasn't announced. Like Spawn was kind of like only getting like people were only specking on getting new comics from Spawn or following that story, and that nobody was really specking that much in Spawn. So I got a lot of these figures for like under $10.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
Because wasn't there like a Spawn figure that came out recently that everybody like bought it? Everybody went crazy for Kickstarter or
yeah, that was the
something
Kickstarter.
like
I
that.
missed out on that,
Okay. Okay.
but that was a high end. That was like I think it's a redoing of like the original Spawn figure.
And what are those? What are those image figures that I'm seeing? Like somebody sent a picture. I think it was Legion of Comics. He sent a picture of like a Shadowhawk or something like that. When
Yeah,
did those come out?
I'm not sure when that came out. That's the first time I actually I did see one. I forget what it was from, but it was an image character as well in the kind of same packaging. But I'm guessing those came out later on too, because this was a character that was just back in the '90s, and that's it.
Wow.
So
They have so many things that I missed out on that came out in that gap of time that I wasn't collecting or I wasn't doing anything. When you see all these things that came out, it's like holy smoke!
Yeah.
Yeah, Robbie said he got his Redeemer for $5.
Look at that! Wow.
yeah,
Which
they're not that sought after. Like there is better figures. Like I know my Spawn Rebirth 11 figures were quite a bit, and then one is Toys R Us exclusive. So
And where do you get this? Like, where is there a online store that I should be looking out for? Are you doing eBay? How are you getting these on-card figures from the 90s and the
um,
2000s?
because Canada has all the '90s stuff. We
They
live in
said
the '90s.
that's where they sent it,
Canada.
right?
Yeah.
All the stuff they couldn't get rid of, they shipped it to Canada.
yeah,
Yeah, because like I have all of the like I have a bunch of '90s cards, like Savage Dragon cards. I've been picking up a lot of Image comics from my
Yeah.
shop, but Captain Can Comics.ca. It's an online store in Canada. So anybody, Off-World Adam, if you're still here, um, check them out.
Yeah, because
I do a lot of stuff them.
sometimes I see Robbie. Uh, he's got the starting lineup. Did you see that? The starting lineup. I don't know if it was the basketball figures or the baseball figures, and it was in the original box, the starting lineup. You guys remember those figures, the sports ones from
Yeah.
from the
I
90s?
do. I
Heck yeah.
remember.
Oh my God! When he showed that, I was like, "How the heck did you get your hands on that?" And not pay $200 or $100 because I don't know. I don't know any better. In my mind, I'm like, that's got to cost over $100. But
Yeah, Robbie,
apparently, it isn't.
But
he gets
well,
some
look,
from
there's
when he buys the collections. I
yeah,
guess they buy
and there's
bulk collections and stuff, and that's how they get it for cheaper. I guess.
there's local prices and there's eBay prices because when you put an item on eBay, the whole world has a chance to buy it.
Yeah,
Mm.
but I
When
don't.
it's local, then it's
But
just the
there's
culture of your store.
so many other places that you can find stuff. I know I
Yeah.
used eBay at the start, and I was able to find other shops, other this, other that, toy shops in Canada. Like, so it must be easier of access for you guys in the States, having much more than us. Um, so eBay is kind of like overtaking a lot of stuff, and then it's just a terrible place to go. sorry for those who use it. I don't personally use it. I think people skyrocket prices way too much on eBay, and
Oh yeah.
it just it hurts the collecting. Like you
Well,
just
I
want
mean,
something, right? You want something
what?
to just have from your childhood, and you're looking at it, it's like $600, and then you
Yeah,
can
but you
find it
gotta
somewhere
you
else
gotta
for like
understand.
cheaper.
You gotta understand also that, I mean, yeah, you're right. There should be $600 for some, some item like that. But at the same time, there's a convenience factor with eBay, and that's priced into these things. There's a convenience factor. There's a finder's factor, because you're not gonna go out there and hunt for it, right? You just want it delivered to your door in 4 days. So that all goes with that. But I understand that completely. I agree. I mean, there's people on there who do take advantage of you know of nostalgia. For
Station.
sure.
Steph, Station.
Yeah. That
There's deals to be found. There's deals that you can find on eBay too. I'm trying to look for other sources though as well, because yeah, I've had good experiences and bad experience with eBay. I mean, it is what it is. Um, and the other thing with eBay that you have to consider is that it's still if they can't get $600 for it, they're not going to sell it for $600 unless they're
Right.
just not interested. And you do see stuff like that too, where they may have the only copy of that book, or they might be the only person with those items, so they can list it for 600 because they're trying to create the market allegedly, and they're not really interested in selling. But
Right.
yeah, buy at
Buying
local
those
shops. Yep.
those bundles.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and that's
So
that I
Robbie says
learned that. Yep.
buy
Go ahead.
local shop or even online, but go for bundles. Dealers will work with you more the more you buy at once. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm looking
So
forward to dealing with the deep at some point in the future.
Facebook Marketplace charges a lot less.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to Facebook or Instagram, you go to that
Yeah.
market, stuff like that.
I don't
IG is
know.
big. I borrow.
Uh,
Facebook kind of gives. I don't know about Facebook. Facebook gives me a little bit of like
but Instagram,
Craigslist kind of like vibes, where you send me a box with rocks in it, that kind of thing. How the
Hey, but
how
what
the
can you do?
old eBay used to be back in the day. Like now you won't find that kind of thing on eBay.
No.
But back in the day it was crazy. They used to send people uh PlayStations boxes with rocks in them and stuff like that. I mean, you used to hear stories like that all the time. Facebook gives me that kind of vibe, even though I can't talk because I've never sold or bought anything on Facebook. I'm pretty sure they've gotten a lot better, but it just gives me that vibe. I don't know.
There's too much trauma with Facebook. I got
They have
PTSD from Facebook.
on the Insta too, though. You know?
yeah, I get that vibe. But you know what?
I
The
could trust a lot more people
community,
on Insta than
yeah,
Facebook, though.
the comic book community on Insta is so strong that when that kind of thing happens, everybody knows about it immediately. I even got a text this morning from a community member that we see in the chats all the time. I'm not going to mention their names or whatever, but they sent me a post of a guy that cheated somebody or something, and it went out like an alert. You know what I mean? So
Even I got it.
Insta might be a little better than Facebook, I guess, when it comes to fraud and all
But
that other stuff. But I
but
don't know.
Facebook, Insta, it's the same thing.
It is. It is.
Oh yeah, that's
But
true.
the
That is
community
true.
seems to be really tight knit on Insta.
Mara says I use my marketplace on Facebook, but I always buy local pickup through that.
So you
Okay.
can see it.
That makes sense.
And what Robbie was referring to is a technique that I use a lot. Like if I think that this book is a little too high, then I try to find a book that I think is more reasonable, and put the two together, and then try to make the deal. And then sometimes if you start going more than, let's say, 3 or 4, it gets a little crazy because you forget which one you're going low on and which one is reasonable. And then
Yeah, we have Fargate here. Join the Collective Facebook Market group. Do that too.
Okay.
You know,
That seems
sometimes
Sounds like a good idea.
you gotta start knowing, I guess, the community you enter when you buy stuff. You know, community, they all sell to each other. You know what I mean? You know, somebody
Right.
that knows somebody might help too. You know,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
guess you can do that too, instead of just random people.
Well, I mean, sometimes you got to take some losses before you start finding out where to go. Because I know my
to
first
deal with.
experiences on eBay, I definitely bought some duds, some turds. People, overgrading their books, and they're not really what they were. You know, they say they're a 9.8 and they're really like a 9.2, stuff like that. You know, but you start finding out who the guys are, who the good guys are, and you start making your own little list, and you have a favorites thing that you can do. So you start making a whole list, but it takes time.
Station Ricky, Station my man.
Yeah, Station Ricky.
So says Sister Joe's going to watch Fear the Walking Dead. I understand. She's a huge fan. Fear the Walking Dead came back. So tell her enjoy
Kirkman
it.
is the man.
Tell her enjoy it. I'm like a couple of episodes away from finishing the first half of that season, so I can get to the main Walking Dead series. So Jay Shook in the house. Station.
Ah, Jay Slip. Station.
You guys have changed. Also heard the game is wild. Wish I was in the garden.
Yeah, man.
That's right. It did start.
They're at halftime. You know what I mean? Well,
They're at
I'm
halftime already.
what's going on.
Is that why you've been quiet? You've been watching the basketball game?
I've been quiet. You guys are talking, man. Talk. You know what I mean? Don't
Julius
start
Randle.
that.
No. What? I just want to know what's the score. That's all.
D Rose.
I think we were down by 2. I had like 52-50, I think it was, something like that. So it's a good game so far. But
Have fun, Robbie.
got a dip. See you guys soon. I got booked on some channel called Comic Kings or something. I'll be in there tomorrow. Station, Robbie. Enjoy your night.
Station.
Enjoy your night off. He's got something going on over there.
So,
Time tonight. A little sad about that, but he'll be back and better than ever. You know what I mean?
Make
does
sure you
Brandon
give
have multiple personalities?
Make sure you give Comic Kings a little bit of help.
Yeah, well, I hope not. Robbie might dip on him. Robbie might be like, "What the hell did I sign up? What is this?"
Nah, he's a man. I love.
I'm wondering if Brandon's going to show up wearing the crown.
Oh boy.
That's gonna be one to watch. That's gonna be one to watch.
Yeah,
you guys are gonna want to check that out tomorrow
It'll
night.
be a quick one to watch. Robbie
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is this? Station. It'd be the first time Station was used negatively. You'd be like, Station. Yeah. Station meaning bye.
So nervous, excited. It's adorable.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Well, Robbie's a smart guy, so you got to be on your A game. You can't say things like Kirby ripped off the New Gods and all of that, or the Eternals or whatever the heck he said.
What?
You
Wait,
gotta be very careful.
Yeah, he was saying I can't
even if you think that's something you don't say out loud if you're a comic book.
We said it live.
No, I remember him saying.
I think he was.
Kirby
I think
is
he
dead.
was just trolling or just trying to figure out a way just to defend his position, which he knew he was never going to win. So he just came out with that, but like that was not the right thing to come out with, especially with Robbie on the panel. I was like, oh boy, he just stepped into a landmine. It's over.
Y'all gonna check out PCP movie review this Friday? It's my pick. We're doing OG The Shining. Heck yeah. I think I'm off that night, so I might have to watch that and get ready for that show, Jay Strick.
No, I'm sorry, Jay Slip. I hate that movie.
The Shining looks fantastic.
Jay,
There's
you
no
should sit there with
Langoliers, right?
You should sit there with a hatchet the whole interview. I mean, the whole review. Have a hatchet.
Now Brandon is awesome, man. He's playing the bit very well, and I'm entertained by it.
Yeah,
Brandon
that's what you guys. I've only seen the bit though. I mean, and I don't have any doubts that he's not awesome, but I've only seen I've seen him on Comic Gories, and then that whole thing afterwards that was like 15. How long did that last?
That
Like an
2
hour or
hours.
two?
Two
Yeah.
hours.
Oh man.
It,
I know
it
he's a
went
young
on.
cat.
It went on.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan. And when he gets on Pop Cultures, it's going to be really good. For sure, everybody should tune in.
That was funny. He went on, but he kept pacing and like kept moving around. I was like, go pee. Kept freaking out about that. He's just like, I don't have to pee, Travis. I went and peed already.
That was gold that night. That must watch. That kid, that energy.
That's
Cool.
good, man. I like that energy. I like when you have a little bit of that pizzazz, that charisma. It keeps everybody flowing. It keeps everybody on their toes.
Real quick, before we keep talking about something, Phable, did you have a show and tell you wanted to show us? A couple of nice things. Are you ready for it, or?
Didn't Taki already do us a show and tell?
Yeah, he did, but
No, but it's your turn.
it's Fable's turn.
I don't think I got anything really. I just got.
I'm sure you got stuff, nothing prepared.
I think you should take a step back and go get those exclusives.
It's all good.
Hold on. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Well, the exclusives you already showed.
No, he has. I have some that he doesn't have, and he has some that I don't have.
I was joking.
Oh, okay.
What I gotta deal with, Jack? You gotta deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else is? Hold on, real quick. Eric's Brandon wilding out and pretty hilarious. Not gonna lie. Tomorrow, I love that kid. My whole life is a bid. So, are you guys going to talk about X-Men?
We were, but we were waiting for Steph because that's why we moved it to this week, was to have Steph on the show.
Well, Steph
was talk
about
X-Men.
Did y'all drop him the link?
After a line or two? What are you talking about? So, yeah, I just got these this morning.
All right. Here we go.
Put me to sleep, Phable. Ooh, 108.
That's not what I was talking about, but okay. Oh, man. That's going to be on the next AOK, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
They're really pretty books. Really nice.
Yeah.
Specking.
It is. It's beautiful.
You specking, bro? You specking?
Put some spec on that.
Oh, dude, show your Transformers.
Oh, wow.
Leave the guy alone.
Hey, I'm just shouting out because somebody says, don't you have 3,000 Transformers to show off?
Who said that?
Phable always has them exclusives and dope incentives, my man.
I don't think Jay Strick was here for my my exclusives that I have.
Strick is it's a comic book about me, adult film star, I believe.
Jay Slip,
Tomorrow.
do you like Silver Coin right now? Well, here's the Hive exclusive from Silver Coin.
Manny is an adult film store. I just can't imagine that.
Thanks, Station, my man.
What's up, Dank? Station.
Let me
Did you have this one, Phable?
No, that one I don't.
Oh, what about this one?
No.
Did you get this one?
I love that one.
No.
So
That's
did we only get
Darkness, right?
Yeah, so did we only get one of the same? Or you got this one too.
I love that one.
Yeah. Midnight Western. Yeah, I got that one.
I love it. I love that one.
Yeah, this one's sorry. Yeah, go for it, Phable.
go ahead, sure.
I'm gonna take a nap real quick.
So,
Well, I just wanted to show this this last one off. It's because it's my favorite.
Why? Because there's blood on a certain object.
No, because it's sick.
Favorite?
And it's
And
666.
it's limited to 666, but this one is limited to 50. So
All right, back to Phable.
back to Phable because I wanted to show off these Transformers.
So yeah, I found like a bin that I, had way up in the area over there, and I pulled it down. I had these figures from Transformers that I had for they must have been in there at least almost 10 years, but they're from a series called oh, sorry,
Transformers Prime.
We lost you there.
sorry about that, guys. Transformers animated.
Transformers
So
Prime.
this is Megatron here, and so that's
Nice.
pretty cool. Then I found Ultra Magnus. I don't know if you can see that pretty good. And so that's pretty cool. Then I found this guy. His name is Bulkhead.
Claim.
That's hot.
And he used to talk too, but I guess his battery run out. He presses symbol and his, he moves his head. It's supposed to light up and everything, but yeah, so this one's pretty cool. I got everybody's favorite little guy, Bumblebee. And you can see the detail on these figures are amazing. I mean, let's see. Oh, I got one you guys will probably like a lot. Everybody's favorite bad guy. Got a Starscream. Yeah. You can see the detail on his face. Yeah, these are pretty cool. Let's see. Oh yeah, this one's pretty cool. You guys might like this one.
Oh, RC.
Yeah, this is the girl. RC. It's one of my favorite characters.
Yes,
So
sir.
she looks really good. You see all her details in her legs. A lot of molding. Really good. Let me see. You guys know this guy? All right. That's Jazz.
Jazz, yeah. Took me a minute to get that, Jazz.
Yeah. And I got a Cybertronian Prime, which looks really cool.
Whoa.
I am Optimus Prime.
A lot of detail in that. In the face. I don't know if you can see that.
Brother Joe, a simple story about a boy and his collection. Croyo make those because them's badass, says Bobby.
I guess just a few more.
Oh. What happened?
I don't know. It just turned to me. I guess he has the same issue you do.
Yeah, I got picked
Kind of
him
clicks out.
The phone transformed.
Yeah, he's back. He's back. I think I don't know. I think it's the latest update on the iPhone. The latest update. All right, man. He's back. Okay.
Everybody knows this guy, right? This is Grimlock.
Me, Grimlock says, I'm better than everybody.
Yeah, really nice figures, man. And I guess for the last one,
The voice. That's the
I'll show your favorite because I know you like this guy a lot. For the last one, we got Blur.
yeah. Come to the God. Yeah. How you doing, everybody?
I love that character.
Gotta go.
Yeah, it's really a lot of detail in these characters. You see his face sculpt.
Yeah. I remember that cartoon. I really didn't watch a whole lot of it, but the figures are amazing.
The figures are fantastic. Okay, one last one. This one's cute. That's why I like him. Remember Wreck-Gar from the movie? The guy who turned into the motorcycle?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
With the song?
Yeah. Gotta be stupid.
Gotta be stupid.
Gotta be stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah. Here he doesn't turn into a motorcycle. He turns into a garbage truck.
Oh.
So it's a little bit of a play on the garbage thing. Yeah, I got a bunch more, but we could be here forever with that.
Save it for another stream, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's cool. It looks like they're all from the same series.
Yeah, they're from the same. I could show this. I guess this is pretty cool. Everybody's favorite.
Yeah,
That
Optimus.
looks old. Is that one of the
This
originals?
is a reissue.
Okay.
A reissue of the original Prime. So simple transformation here.
Yeah, that's it.
You had to actually plug in his hands.
And
I have the hand somewhere else, but yeah, they didn't do much. You dream about having these toys when you're a little kid, and then you actually have them, and they're really not that great. I mean, his arm doesn't move too much. His leg is static. I mean, you could only do that, but why would you do that? Because he's gonna fall. So, this is it. This is it. So
Hit somebody, put the leg kind of thing.
Then you got, just to give you the comparison, this is a modern toy. You got all this posability. You got all the hands and everything can move, and the head goes this way and that way, and turns, and you can do all kinds of things. That's how advanced we've gotten, but we don't see it sometimes because we have the rose-colored glasses on.
Yeah. Can you change the battery?
Thanks for the great show. Oh, the battery? Does it change?
So are you able to change it, Phable? That the battery was out
on the big guy? Yeah, I can. If you look here,
okay,
right on his side,
you
you'll unscrew that, and I guess it's one of those old watch batteries that he needs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's tight.
It's like Mara says, you want the show and tell tonight.
Aren't you glad I told him to pull those out?
Yep.
Although Tacky had a nice little haul there, you know what I mean?
That okay.
A lot.
Oh yeah, Tacky had a nice haul. You kidding me? Those fighties alone were crazy.
Tack says I actually.
And he has Night Thrasher.
Vivid remembering things.
You can't go wrong with night.
I remember those endless summers where time stood still at the playground. Heck yeah. But it was there. A lot of people didn't think. Enjoy the fullest. When you get older, it's not gonna be no more days like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have been ecstatic to get those Transformers when I was young. Yeah. Mr. Chamorro said, it's an awesome playground for sure. It's cold and windy today, but that hasn't stopped Carrie from acting to go out and play several times. They got.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Hard, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
If my son would see that, I mean, people don't know what he's talking about. He built this gym,
Big
what do
Jim
they call it?
Dozier.
Playground
Yeah.
with the slide and everything, and the net and the bridge and the
Yeah.
tower. He built one of those for his kids. If my son would see that, he would never go back inside the house. He'd ask for a blanket to sleep out there.
Yep. You pretty much will lose your son to the outside.
So
The outside is taking him.
I could
Yeah.
imagine his daughter is going nuts over that thing.
Your son would tell you to sell all. Yeah, man. So, great talk, guys.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, Treehouse Club right here, Maria. Treehouse Club.
Word.
Yeah. Those going to the park, at least here in the city, they was at all the parks with all the swings and all that. It was all very metal swings and like the big pole where you hang on and all that. Little by little, start taking those away because kids stopped learning how to play well and started getting hurt on them. They had to redo the parks. I know you remember those days, Phable.
Oh yeah.
This park's nothing compared to the park back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you did fall, you did scrape yourself, but that was part of it, right? Like,
Yep.
I mean, that's what it was all about. Like, I scraped my knee in the same place about 7 different times.
Yep. Both knees.
Both knees, exactly.
Yep. By the end of the summer, your legs were all tore up.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. We had to settle for couch cushion forts.
I remember that. I used to do a lot of
too.
that too. Couch cushion forts. Yeah.
I used to make
my mom bought the plastic, the plastic that goes over the couches. When she bought that was over.
I used to take the cushions of the couch and put them on the recliner, pull the recliner up, and pretend it was a spaceship.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
There were times like me and my friends, when we went to the park, we would bring out all our weapons and all that and make it a base.
Yeah.
That we would have a battle. And then one side would go after the other side. We're the ones to attack the fort and all that. And that was a lot of fun.
Did you guys
crying
did you guys ever play WWE, WWF in the park?
Yeah, we did that too. Had some jump matches and all that.
Jump off the slide, elbow somebody.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the young kids because
nobody did
jumping
a
off
thing.
the slide would have been something in the 80s, but that's a mandatory for the kids who grew up in the 90s, late 90s with all the TLC matches. Yeah.
In the 90s, like you'd have. Like we'd just beat the shit out of each other, like in the parks and stuff. Nobody would do anything. Like if you see kids doing that today, you'd be like, "What the hell is going on?"
We did have snooker going off the top of the steel cage, though, but
and kids try to imitate that, man.
But the late 90s, it was all TLC, tables, ladders, and chairs. The whole ECW is based off DLC.
Yeah, that was.
So I'm glad I wasn't a kid then, because I would have been taking headshots and everything there.
Yeah, but we grew up fine.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We grew up fine.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh boy. Yeah, I could go on about wrestling. What? Man, those were the days, man. I was like one of the only kids, or maybe the only kid that didn't want to grow up for real. That loved Peter Pan. Like Hook was one of my favorite movies because of the whole, Peter Pan grows up. Eventually, does grow up and stuff. And I got that message good. Like most kids, they want to. Oh, I can't wait to get older. I can't wait to get my own car or something like that. I can't wait. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. That day's gonna come eventually. But I want to stay a kid. Can I stay a kid? So since I was a kid, I knew I wanted to stay a kid. So
you were a kid. You've been a kid.
Yeah. I mean, besides the point, but I'm a kid now that had to pay bills and stuff like that. You know, gotta work. And,
You're a responsible kid.
Right.
Kids playing outside, Bruce said, what a strange place is that? Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want to stay in.
What is outside?
You know what I
Especially over the
mean?
last year and a half.
Oh, yeah. That,
Playing
pandemic.
with face mask on. Yeah.
But it happened before then. It was starting to happen where you didn't see a lot of kids playing around. I didn't see too many. I think a block or two away, I see more kids now playing than ever because like they got nothing else to do. So that's what happened. Go anywhere and all that. They start. Oh, now you can play outside. You know what I mean?
Well, the parks are all like teenagers, like 11, 12 teenagers. It's not little kids like it used to be.
Nah. A lot of them have the skateboarding ramps now and all that. They're changing it. You know, because the younger kids. That's why, like, it's good that Chamorro helped build that little park in the back there.
I think you got that too. I think you have a lot more indoor stuff. I think kids are getting tied into sports way earlier than when we were younger. So people are busier.
Yeah, when
Boys are us.
Boys are us kid.
Hopefully they come up. They come back.
I missed them.
Yeah.
A piece of me died when that thing went away. You know, remembering back in the day.
It's terrible, man. It's terrible. I went to the mall the other day, and my son, you know, I promised him if he behaved and he didn't, you know, go crazy in the store, I'd get him something. And oh my God, I had the hardest time in the mall finding toys. It was the hardest thing to do. Like I didn't find one actually. I didn't find any toys.
You took him to the comic store.
No, I had to take him to GameStop.
Okay.
I had to go find a GameStop, which was outside the mall, but still in the area.
Yeah.
And they carry like a small little section of toys, you know, little knickknacks and grab bags or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
They had little things like that. So that's where I had to go to actually get him something to play with. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's sad. I mean, in the malls, you used to have KB toy stores.
Yep, KB.
For those, man.
I wasn't sure if you had that. Yeah.
It just went away.
And then I went to a Kmart. Believe it or not, I went to a Kmart. And outside the Kmart, it said, the toys are here, or here are the toys, or something like that. So I was like, oh, there are the toys. Let's go to Kmart. Went to Kmart. They had 3 aisles that were really short, and all the toys in there. I mean, there was not a toy from Hasbro. There wasn't a toy from Mattel. What did that say?
Sorry.
Bobby, that's true, man.
Any kids
blamed it on Wanda.
WandaVision. Let's Wanda let them out.
It's been Wanda this whole Wanda for the last 20 years.
I just wanted the Power Wheels. Never got one, and I'm still mad about it. Yeah, I never got one of those Power Wheels neither, man. But I lived in Brooklyn where you had nowhere to put it, you know. So when my cousins had it, I used to be mad, but I used to actually play.
You put it somewhere and you turn around and it's gone. They'll take the rims off your Power Wheels.
For me, it was a green machine.
When I grew up.
Playing at night.
Yeah.
Or in a Barbie one. Any of them have a little be a little speedy with my pink car.
Mm-hmm.
Used to get clearance figures and flip them from KB Toys in the 90s. Man, you were
man, you already
original
entrepreneur. You specking, dang.
Dang, you specking now?
Original spec.
Right
Well, you know, if they're clearance, they're really not. That's not. Anyway, people had their shot.
Jamal said, Carly has one that she never drives. Usually, what happens? The kids that do have them, they don't even drive them. And the kids that don't have them, they doesn't that always happen? Yeah, I was on my cousin's one all the time. I used to kill the battery. He used to get mad at me. Well, seatbelts. Wow, that got the chat going. They're going now. The little power wheels. Nick,
Next
how
week we
much
do
was
Spawn and Big Wheels.
the
Station, Nick.
Yeah, those little Hot Wheels, man. Those little power Jeeps, man.
I was watching Nick's show this morning.
Kids and to support. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, those things are expensive, man. Those little power wheels.
Clearance had a little system going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But how old were you, Dank? Were you like 7? I could imagine little 7-year-old Dank trying to throw things.
Yeah, man. All right, man. We were going for a nice 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little hungry. I'm sure everybody else here is hungry. You know, we could go all night, but I don't feel like going all night right now.
I feel you.
I was wondering how long we were going, so I was just ordering food. It's on its way now.
Oh, TM, you're here. I thought you left for a minute.
We should stay and watch Travis eat.
What happened?
We should stay and watch Travis eat.
No, thank you. Then I get hungry.
He could give his rating on the food.
Well, yeah, we haven't talked about food yet. Like, what is everybody eating tonight?
Banana bread.
Oh, that's a good supper.
I made it some leftover pizza, baby.
Yeah, same. I just ordered a pizza.
I got a hamburger coming and some nachos. And
no wonder we have health problems, right?
Right?
Jesus Christ.
I got the Mike 06 banana bread.
Okay.
DPCP cut.
Oh man. Bruce says, send me an invite. Keep it going.
Oh man. He turned into you. He turned into you, Herm. He's trying to keep you going.
Yeah.
It to me.
Oh, before you guys sign off, so do you think the Knicks can beat the Sixers?
Oh man. Well, they still got to get past Atlanta. I don't want to they're playing very well right now, but
you're not a coach. You don't play for them. It's okay. Atlanta sucks, so they're getting past Atlanta.
I don't want to jinx anything, but they could give them a series. They could give them a series, and if they give them a series and take it to Game 7, all bets are off. I think somebody gets hot in the Knicks. The Knicks might be advancing.
When you're a Knicks fan, you just take what you can get. You don't say, oh yeah, we're gonna beat these guys. We're like, let's see. Put your fingers together.
You guys are a little.
Yeah, the Knicks are starting now. We're not there yet. Like, everybody wants to rush everything. Like, calm down. You remember what happened in the past? Let's not rush this. Let's let this develop. You know, Golden State, they didn't get great overnight. They were bad for a while too, even with those guys, and they got good. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then that's when they were able to bring in Kevin Durant. So let's calm down. But my question, right? You're a Milwaukee Bucks fan, or?
Absolutely.
And what do you think about? I figure like you guys got a really good team and the Greek Freak. I love that guy. I just feel like he still doesn't have that Dwayne Wade. I always thought he needs that Dwayne Wade to, like, LeBron went to Miami. He didn't start winning until he went to Dwayne Wade, and Dwayne Wade taught him the ways of being a champion. A lot of people who LeBron fans, oh, that's not true, but that's true. So I think the Greek Freak needs a Dwayne Wade. What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree. I wish they would have went after Westbrook. I wish they would have been more aggressive to try to get Harden.
Westbrook.
Middleton is a nice third player, not your second player. And like you said, Giannis is still young. He just isn't. He's not Shaq yet. You know, and how many titles would Shaq have won without Kobe or Dwayne? So, You know, you need a player that's dynamic like that to take over a game, especially if you're an inside player like Giannis pretty much is. And the Bucks haven't gotten him yet. Now, if we would have been able to get Bogdanovich like we were supposed to, it would have been different. But it didn't happen. So it'll be interesting. I think we could give the Nets a run because we got the Nets next round if we get past the Heat. Which there's some questions about that because that game was a little too close yesterday. But I think there's something wrong with the Sixers. And I've been hearing stuff that Ben Simmons isn't right. I think the Knicks can get past them. I don't think you guys will get past the Nets or the Bucks, though.
I think the
Not
Nets are
championship yet.
too
Not
good
there
for
yet.
the Nets. That team,
Yeah.
people like started. Oh, well, James Harden's hungry, bro. He doesn't have that ring,
Yeah. And James Harden is willing to be the third best player on that team.
and that's
'Cause
dangerous.
last night, that's so dangerous because he could be the best player just like that, at the snap of a finger. The same thing with Kyrie.
And
Kyrie is so good. People just don't understand how good Kyrie is, and if he
agree.
wants to, he could just I mean, that's kind of what happened last night in that fourth quarter. Is Kyrie just was like, oh, you know what? I was as good to be almost on the same level as LeBron, and let me show you why.
Yeah, he's the big reason why they won that championship in Cleveland. So LeBron by himself and Kyrie, when it's showtime, he can show up and show you a great game. He's a great player, bro. A lot of people don't realize that. And of course, Kevin Durant's Kevin Durant. Before he got hurt, he was even considered better than LeBron. Not overall with stats, but just he's so good offensively, so dangerous offensively that they were putting a little above LeBron when it comes to that part of the game. And he does make his teammates better. People don't realize, like,
he's such an easy player to make his team better because he's a perimeter player. And he could fit into whatever you got going on because you could always have KD somewhere spotting up and he could handle the ball a little bit. So,
and he doesn't have that ego.
Nope. He was a perfect piece for Golden State. Perfect piece.
Yeah. So that's all good. Like he's a little mad that the Knicks are taking the town right now, but he's got to understand. Like when the Knicks are good, like I've been telling people like I got attacked a little bit when I said that when the Knicks are good, it's New York's town, the Knicks town, New York's Knicks town, even over the Yankees, even over the football team, because the Knicks have both Met fans and Yankee fans. The Nets were over the jersey. You know what I mean? So they having the fan now, but I'm just talking in the city, not nationwide. It's the Nets because, of course, super team. But in the city, and a lot of Net fans get mad. Oh, that doesn't matter. We're gonna win it. I'm just saying, in the city, the city's rocking right now for the Knicks. Imagine if they got that extra person and all that, and oh my God, they'll own the city. They'll own the city over anybody. So yeah, that's.
I think the Nets got to win something in New York to be a Brooklyn, New York team. And even if they're because they're only representing one borough too. On top of that, it's just Brooklyn. You know, in order for them to rise above being the formerly New Jersey Nets, they got to do something, and they might.
That's the thing. They don't have the history. They can win the championship, and that'll help. But the next season comes up, it's gonna be about the Knicks.
I'm just so happy about Julius Randle though, because everybody wrote him off, and he's just proving everybody wrong.
He's showing how talented he is. So we need to get somebody soon to play with him, or there's other talents in the team right now. You know, quickly it's pretty good. RJ Barrett's improving, so
that's what I was looking for.
We'll see. Let them develop. People want to just get rid of these guys.
Yeah, I wanted to see what RJ Barrett was all about.
No,
because didn't he play with the other guy? The what's his name? The big guy.
Nick. Oh shit! Travis got his food.
I don't know. I can't remember if he was straight out of high school or if he played in college. RJ Barrett.
No, he played.
But
RJ played with what's his name? My God, the biggest rookie from last year or 2 years ago. What's his name?
You're talking about John Morant?
No.
Zion.
Zion. He played with Zion.
Okay, he played on Duke then.
Yeah, he played with Zion on that
Okay. Yeah, I don't watch college.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm not banking on Zion coming here until I see it. So none of that shit no more.
You guys might get Giannis before you get Zion. We'll see what happens.
I wish, but Giannis signed with you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he re-upped, but the thing is like, anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll see what.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw what happened this year with Rodgers. I mean, and no one ever thought that like Aaron Rodgers would even talk about leaving Green Bay, but it is what it is. I mean, if you're not committed to winning a championship, if you're just committed, and the Knicks went through that too.
Now you
We're
guys
specking on
respect it.
sports. We're specking on sports, and that's 95% of sports talk is specking
We're
on
losing the
what
youth.
you think is going to happen. Yeah,
We're going off the rails here.
yeah,
Definitely going off the rails. Kept
yeah.
the chat longer. I can talk sports.
Yeah, me
Maybe
too. And
we'll do a
would
sports
you get
show.
Trav? You got some banana bread?
Yeah, I got the banana bread from Mike Zero. Thank you, Mike
Okay.
Zero. Over at Pop Culture Philosophers, you're the man.
No. Where there's a new exclusive variant featuring an homage to the Ghost Rider
By Jonathan Lau.
by Jonathan Lau. Don't sleep
Yeah,
on
so
it.
I think I'm gonna call it a night, guys. Before we keep
Yep.
going, I can talk sports all night. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna stop right
Yep.
here. And
We need to get to. We'll leave the Western Conference for next week.
Oh, brother.
thank you, thanks for coming by and
Hey, no, thanks for having me.
you know what I
I'm in my
mean?
quota for May, so
Oh,
this is the last. You'll see me in the chat, and then maybe in June I'll make another appearance. And
Let's
there's the
go,
Knicks.
Nick.
Phable
Yeah,
representing the Knicks.
So, do you have? I'm gonna put you in a spot. Do you have anything you looking forward to on your channel or something, or you just chilling right now?
I don't have any. Yeah, I'm on hiatus because PCP is the bomb, and you guys are. There's so much content.
PCP is the ball.
If don't sub to my channel, hit me up on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. If you want to strategize finding a book or something like that, or hit me up on Instagram. I love talking about comics. I got that. I mean, I talk about comics I got a crew now to talk about comics. So that was like the main objective for my channel. So it'll be on hiatus for a while. If there's something I really want to talk about, I'm probably gonna jump on. But
All right.
yeah, copy 616.
So, Phable, you want anything you want to say, or you good?
I got my latest video out with Chamorro Cinema on my channel. Phable. That just came out like a week ago and it's doing really good. So everybody go and check that out if you haven't checked it out already. One collection down on Instagram. I throw a bunch of my toys and stuff on there. If you like looking at that kind of thing, give me a follow over there. And I believe we're going to be interviewing Trish Frostner, the artist of Stray Dogs, on TM's channel. Yeah,
Nice.
TM is doing that one. So I'm going to be there to co-host with him. It's his interview, though. He set it up. He got her aboard, so it's going to be a real good time. I hope everybody shows up for that because Stray Dogs is awesome. Everybody talks about the art style, and you know what I mean? So it's a real big deal that she came to talk to TM. And then lastly, next Saturday, they're going to do Dylan's Horror Show. Everybody who don't know, Dylan he covers horror movies. If you're into horror comics, Dylan is a great guy. He does it with Robbie and other people too. So me and TM are going to guest on Dylan's Horror Show. And the movie we're covering is Grindhouse, which is a great Robert Rodriguez mashup, Planet Terror and Death Proof. So it's one of my favorites. I can't wait to hang out with Robbie and Dylan and TM and whoever else to review that movie. And that's next Saturday.
Selma Hayek. And she's not on.
Of course, we got our guy TM here. We might go along with this guy promoting stuff. But what do you have going on your channel? Like I said, your channel.
I'm just chilling. I don't do much on my channel. Guys, make sure to check out Robbie from Pop Culture Philosophers tomorrow night on Comics Kings channel. That's Brandon. Brandon, if you're checking this out on the replay, which I hope you are, station, my brother. And then this Wednesday, I'm going to be sitting down with none other than Eric the Stash. That's right, the man with the stash, Durant's. I'll be sitting down with him for Whiplash Wednesdays this coming Wednesday. And then I do have a random haul live I'm going to be doing Tuesday at some point with a few of you guys that want to pop in and just show off what you picked up the last couple of weeks. I will be getting my box in for the last 2 hauls and a little bit of back issues as well. So if you guys want to jump in, I know the Comic Vet is also going to be there with me. So another Canadian.
Nice.
Nick, we already did show and tell, my man.
Yeah, we're in overtime right now.
Yeah.
Definitely on overtime. Thanks for everything, everybody. Everybody know. I got like a lot of things going on. I got my man Fargate. We're doing an amazing collected edition show covering omnibus collected editions. We're also going over the pre-orders and all that. That's gonna happen June 7th, Monday, 7:00 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna go through that. That's gonna be a whole lot of fun and all that. Of course, I have my own New Comic Day haul. That is probably happening, I'm guessing, Thursday after my show that I'm gonna have with the amazing Sam. We're gonna cover more of the Nick Spencer run, about 10 issues, 10, 12 issues. We're not gonna go too overboard this time. You know what I mean? That way we can focus on the issues, not worrying about trying to get everything in all in one show. I think we've been having a whole lot of fun doing that show, doing the Nick Spencer. It's not all bad, you know what I mean? It's not all good, but it's not all bad. So, like the last week, we had a part of the show where a stretch of issues we didn't like, and you guys saw that. So, chime in, check us out. We're gonna talk. That is so much fun. And then the next Sunday, I really don't have a thing up, a thumbnail for next Sunday's show. We're probably gonna go over some more Spawn right here, 30 to 33. I guess we agree. Me and Travis, we're gonna do 4 issues from now on, just so we can enjoy it more. No rushing it. We're past the halfway mark. 50 issues in this compendium. I'm enjoying myself doing it, and I'm sure TM enjoys it. I hope everybody likes our storytelling, like Brother Joe and Phable, all these guys say. Wonderful storytelling. And man, I just enjoy doing this with you guys. This is so much fun. Yep. Love these Sunday nights with you guys. We got to go over a little bit. We have no Rock and Robbie live tonight. I'm sure a lot of people don't mind us going over, but I'm hungry. Maybe one day we'll have a super show and talk about a million things more. But for tonight, we're going to go home. Everybody, peace out. Station. Have a great week, everybody.
Wait, you're not at home already?
I already got my food delivered to me. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Pizza. I already got a message to somebody. Time to go. Time to go.
So, that's a grand thing.
Yeah. Peace out, everybody.
Station. Stay nerdy, my friend.